Jump scares the monsters looking in the dark. Gore and more team ready to embark.
What's going on, Gorehounds? And welcome to another fantastic episode of the Gore More Podcast. I'm your not so mean fluff Master Supreme, Big Johnny D, bringing the shit show in. However, you know, I can't bring the shit show alone. For with me, as always, are my beloved horror brethren. Starting it off with that Dark Lord of Knowledge, that Chad Daddy, all the way down from the Chattahoochee, Mr. Chad Chrisman.
What's up, bitches?
We have the Lord of Scuba Cabra, the host with the ghost, the Dean of the Deceased, Mr. Steve Vasquez.
What's up, motherfuckers?
And you know him as Long Don Silver, but we like to call him that Meat Mountain. Call him that killing machine if you must, Mr. Bobby Amone.
Good evening, fuckers. Welcome to another.
I like to call him Bologna Amone.
Bologna Amone. Oh man,
That's been a
that
minute.
in there. I like
That's been a
that.
minute.
Fucking A.
Bologna.
We are talking. We're talking a fun one today, dude. Nice little short gem. Talking 2020's host. I believe this is a Roberto pick, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was a Brody
Is it?
pick.
I think
Is
it's
it a Brody pick?
I think it's
Oh,
a Brody pick.
Brody.
I apologize.
Brody pick.
It
I
is
would
a
say it's
Mr.
definitely a
Campbell.
Brody pick.
I don't know why
Although
I had Bob's name ringing around in my head the whole time I was watching.
If I thought about it, I would have chose this. But
So we're
Brody-
watching it, and Mel goes, "Who picked this?" And I said, "Guess." She's all, "Brody?" And I'm like, "Yep." She's all, "This is I knew this was a Brody pick." And also, so I asked you boys the question in the chat: what kind of ghost did we think this was because of phasmophobia?
Oh,
And
I don't know.
so I asked
didn't remember
Mel.
that.
I asked Mel, and she looks at me and she goes, "I think it's a mimic." And I start laughing, and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" And I pulled up our chat and I showed her. She's like,
I mean,
"Yeah, I don't
they-
suck at this game." I was like, "No, you suck at the game. You just don't suck at the real life."
I mean,
I
based
totally
on all
did
evidence
not
presented,
answer that one.
the only thing I was questioning on was when she takes that photo, and obviously we'll get more into this down the road. When she takes that photo, I couldn't really fucking see anything in that photo.
Oh,
There
I
was
saw
a
it.
body hanging. There was a body
The girl
hanging.
was hanging.
Oh, yeah.
It was in like
Really?
the top right corner of the photo.
Dude,
The
I like
look was there.
Fucking paused it on that. I'm like, what the fuck am I looking at, dude?
There was a body hanging.
Eh. Okay, because I was gonna like, yo, man, if they just took a photo and the ghost wasn't there, that bitch is a phantom, dude. But all right,
Well, actually, that'd be no.
phantoms
Can't take a
disappear.
picture.
You can't take pictures of phantoms.
What's the
They
ones that-
disappear to take a picture,
That's what I mean. So she took a picture, but it was that's why I didn't.
but it
think
won't
anything
show
was
up in the
there.
pictures though. Is oh,
Right, that's what I'm
oh,
saying.
I see.
didn't see
Because
it in the photo.
Okay,
That's why I was like,
No, yeah,
what
no,
the
you
fuck
just
am
saw
I
the girl.
looking at? There's
Yeah,
nothing
no,
there.
you saw the girl hanging in the right corner.
Dude, like I said, I was watching on my big TV. I paused that bitch and even fucking walked up to it. I'm like, the fuck am I looking at, dude? I couldn't see shit. But all right. But before we really jump into this movie, we're gonna do what we do every week and talk about what we did or didn't do. So, Mr. Vasquez, if you could please.
It ain't gonna be high pitched
You're fine.
as usual because I have a sinus infection. But ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for your motherfucking slice of life.
Yeah.
Just as good, baby. Just as
Oh,
good.
yeah, not bad, not bad,
Chad Daddy, reins are in your hands, buddy. How was your weekend?
not too bad. I actually ended up having to take an extended weekend, which I will get into in a minute. So let's see. Friday, the wife and kids all had off. It was a teacher and service day, so we all had Friday off, and I had these grand thoughts of, we're all gonna sleep in today. Didn't happen. I was up at like 7:30 in the morning, so I'm like, fuck it. I got in. I think I got some phasmophobia in, which I did a lot of that this weekend when possible. What else did I do Friday? I did my wife, and we didn't really do much. We started, putting up the Easter decorations, did some cleaning. What else do we do? Wife went out with her friend Crystal, so me and my son played a little Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge. Got back into that. Had a lot of fun doing that. Let's see, played Phasmophobia. Who played Saturday or Friday night? Friday night was when we played with Brody, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't there.
So you weren't there, Bobby.
Well, I ended up
Wait,
leaving.
I was there. I was there Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday was when we were playing with Brody. But Saturday we had the bowling tournament with the kids, and we're partway into the third game. Like I could tell Harper wasn't feeling good the whole time. She was really irritable, cranky. She was actually bowling great, but she was just not excited about it, just pouting. And I asked her if she felt good. She's like, no. So she didn't feel good. Partway into the third game, she just comes back from bowling and she just stands there. And Steph looks at her and she's like, she's going to throw up. It's like, you're going to throw up? And Harper's just, bathroom. So she hurried up, took her to the bathroom. She puked her guts out there. She couldn't finish bowling. So they,
Damn.
yeah,
That sucks.
well, she was doing really good. It's unfortunate. So she didn't get to finish. The other kids did really well. Then she has been sick, throwing up off and on since Friday. So Saturday, I mean. So Saturday, we did that, came home. Sunday, lazy day. But Saturday night, like I wanted to get into, was the Phasmophobia event that we all, unfortunately, John wasn't there, but that was me, Scoobs, Bobby, and Brody.
When did we play? I know I played with you at some point.
I think y'all played on
That Saturday morning.
Y'all
Saturday
played
morning.
Saturday,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
Yeah, because
Okay.
we were up early Saturday morning playing.
Yes. That's right.
So, and the best thing was Brody, being the loose cannon that he is, in one game finds the monkey's paw.
Oh my god.
Oh,
And
that was.
and I don't remember how, but me and Bobby did die during this mission. And Brody has. Go ahead, Bobby.
It was like you first. I think it was either you first or me first, but then one of us was right after.
Yeah, and then it wasn't related to the monkey's paw either. Like,
No, it wasn't. It
But
legitimately
so
wasn't.
he has the monkey's paw, and he decides he's going to wish for knowledge. And I have previously used that wish, and I knew that is a big no-no, because when you wish for knowledge, it effectively makes you blind and deaf. Everything is seriously impaired.
So Super Scoobs had to fucking figure out what the fuck was going on while Brody was in the goddamn truck. Bobby and Chad were
Me
dead.
and Bob were dead. We couldn't stop him. Then all of a sudden, I hear him say, "I wish for knowledge." Like, no.
Well, and the weird part, I'm just like, what the fuck's going on here?
He's like, that's good. He's like, that monkey paw's a bitch. I'm never fucking doing that again. I can't fucking see a thing. Like, he couldn't hear see a thing.
And he's like, I think if you talk to me over the walkie-talkie, I can hear you. And I'm like, Brody, can you hear me? He's like, I can hear you a little bit, mate, but it's not gonna do anything. I was like, stay your ass in the fucking truck. I got this. Don't worry about it.
The best of the whole line.
And Scoobs is like, Brody, you're in the truck. You're safe. Just stay there.
Oh,
And then it starts fucking hunting, right? The fucking ghost starts hunting, and I'm like, oh shit, I don't have any fucking incense. So I go and I hide in the closet, and I hear Brody talking, and I'm like, are you in the house? Get out of the fucking house, because I don't know where he's at. And he can't hear me. And so I think he's walking around the goddamn house while the ghost is hunting. The ghost stops hunting. I'm like, where the fuck is Brody? Brody, are you dead? Brody, I go to the truck, and Brody never left the truck. I don't know how I was hearing him talk in the closet, but he was never in the fucking house. It was fucking weird.
Oh, that was so funny.
Still, though, his line, monkey paw's a bitch.
Monkey paw's a bitch.
Again. Oh.
Dude, I was laughing about that all fucking weekend.
Hell yeah.
So then Sunday, played a more Phasmophobia, watched this movie, which was actually a very nice surprise. I really enjoyed it. And then today I had to take an impromptu day off because Harper was throwing up. I just got done pissing this morning. About to turn around and brush my teeth. I didn't even flush the damn toilet yet. I hear her jump out of bed, come running out to the hallway. I turn around. I'm like, go.
Oh, that's the worst, dude.
I flushed it.
Oh.
I flushed it.
No, I know, but it's like,
as it was
at
flushing.
least she caught it, because, dude, like, we've probably all been there, right? Where you're trying to hold it, but man, then it just starts coming through the fingers, and you're like, no, it's done.
So she went, and I'm there holding her hair back so she doesn't throw up in her hair. I sit down, I looked at my wife, I'm like, your daughter just threw up. I'm probably gonna have to take today off. But my boss is really cool about it. He's fine. He's like, no worries, family first. So I took her to the doctor this morning, and it's pretty much what we thought it was, just a stomach flu, but they gave her some anti-nausea meds, and I got her some Pedialyte to help keep up her electrolytes, and so she doesn't dehydrate. Then I came back, did a little Phasmo with Mr. Bobby Amoni there. We finished the challenges this week already, which if you guys haven't tried it, it's actually fun. It's a bit of a challenge. It's fucking fun.
I'm gonna have to knock him out.
Yeah, because you have no electronics at all.
Yeah, no.
You have tier 1 crucifixes,
Tier
tier
2
2 salt.
and ultraviolet.
Yeah, tier 2 ultraviolet, but it's all basic stuff. And you really have to really put your mind at work to figure it out. But we did it. Yeah, we had a good time doing it.
Nice.
did.
Nice.
Yeah. So to you, Scoobs.
Well, it's funny that you had a puking story because my weekend also involves puking and Pedialyte.
Your story is more entertaining, so by all
So-
means.
Yes.
Friday, we were playing Phasmophobia. I was not going to be able to go out because our cat, Ash, is sick. So he's been in and out of the vet all week. Damien rushed him to the vet again. Friday night, I was supposed to go out with Sonia and Mel because Sonia is moving to Wyoming. Sonia is Mel's best friend / sister. I call her my sister-in-law. She's the closest thing in the family that Mel has. So I was a little bummed I wasn't going to get to go, but I was going to be able to play Phasmophobia all night. No big deal. Situation occurred. I wasn't able to stay on with Brody and Chad like I wanted to. I had to hop off. But then Damien came home, so I had to I got dressed, went out with Mel. I was the designated driver since I don't drink. And Sonia and Mel just partied like it was 1999 and they thought they were 21 again, which was fine. You know,
Boy,
it
doesn't
was-
that always bite you in the ass?
it was fun. It was a fun night. And here's the thing with my wife. I love my wife so much, but when she drinks, she gets really, really frisky and really, really aggressive towards me. And I'm like, stop. You're making me feel like the girl in this. Stop it. So we are at the table and she's dancing on me. And I'm like, okay, whatever. No big deal. Whatever. You know, my woman's dancing on me. Great. But then she starts talking this big game in my ear, and I'm like, stop, because you're going to fucking throw up tonight before we ever get home, and you're not going to hold to any of this bullshit that you're saying. No, I'm not. I'm fine. I haven't even had
It's
that
always
much to drink.
right when that shit always starts coming out. You
Yeah.
just know you're like, yep, it's gone. It's
Yeah.
time.
And so I'm like, I'm already going to have blue balls. No big deal. Whatever. So
Part of
we
life.
end the night. She still has to go to work and close down the bar because the bartender that's working doesn't have a code to fucking to lock up the bar. So Mel still has to go count the drawer, close everything down. So we don't get home till almost 3:00 in the morning. So we get home. Charlie is wide awake at 3 in the morning, waiting for mom and dad to get home. So Mel climbs into bed and I'm like, go to the bathroom because she already threw up once at Sonia's house. So as soon as she gets back in the car from throwing up at Sonia's, she's like, how far away are we from home? Are we like 3 minutes away? I said, no, we're not. Why? Do you need to throw up again? And she's like, yep. And I said, well, you're going to have to hold it because we're not home yet. So we get home. She sees Charlie's awake. She hops in the bed. I'm like, bathroom, go. I lay down with Charlie. Charlie's falling asleep. Mel's in the bathroom still. Okay. I turn all the lights off. I put Charlie to sleep with this. It's a YouTube video that has a dark screen, but it still plays the music or whatever. And the bathroom door is wide open. Mel had already grabbed her pillow to go sleep in the bathroom. And I see her silhouette stand up and walk. And she walks in front of the TV into our little wash area that I have covered with my Ouija board curtain. I hear the curtain get swung open and I'm like, what is she fucking doing? I thought she was going to go outside for some reason, whatever. But I don't hear the back door open and it's quiet. So maybe about 30 to 45 seconds passed. Charlie's knocked out. I get up and I turn the light on in the laundry room and Mel's sitting on the floor with her head in the dryer. And I'm like, what are you doing? She's like, I'm throwing up. And I'm like, in the fucking dryer? She's like, yeah, where else would I do it? And I'm like, what? And so I'm like, oh my God, get your ass up and go to the bathroom. She's like, it's fine. It's the dryer. And I'm like, I know, but why? What makes you think that's okay? And I look in the dryer and I don't see any vomit. Mind you, she did not eat dinner. So everything she's puking up is just pure alcohol.
Oh.
I don't see anything in the dryer. but I see one of my Dixon flannels on the floor next to her, and it is covered in vomit. And I'm like, you threw up on my Dixon. She's like, it's fine. It's fine. Grabs it and throws it in the fucking washer.
Scoops. Some guys like when girls do that.
Yes, I'm not one of those guys. So she's still sitting on the floor. She never gets up, but she balls up the shirt and puts it in the fucking washer. And I'm like, no, get up to the bathroom right now. So I go make a little pallet on the bathroom floor, go to sleep. She goes to sleep. She wakes up the next morning and she is extremely hungover. So I go to Walmart.
Nice.
I make her some hangover soup. I get her some Pedialyte, give her some fucking, meds and stuff. So I take care of her. But yeah, so that was my Friday. That was just Friday going into Saturday. Saturday, I didn't do anything. Play video games. Sunday, didn't really do. Oh, I smoked some meats yesterday. Did some ribs and sausage and chicken leg quarters and some pork chops and stuff. And my grandma came over and we did that. And then I got to watch this movie and I was pleasantly surprised. And I was really bummed that I did not watch this movie when it came out. And I am ready to talk about it as soon as you boys are done telling us what you did.
Well, Friday night was not nearly as like yours, Steve. The only thing I asked the next day, as long as your Dixon was okay, that's all right, Buttercup. She can get up and go do what she's got to do.
So I told her, I said, I don't know if you threw up in the fucking dryer or not, but everything that is in the dryer, you need to go rewash right now and make sure
absolutely.
that there was nothing, not a drop of puke in that fucking, and there wasn't. She didn't, I don't think she ended up throwing up in the dryer. She was taking stuff out to puke into to put on the floor, which makes no sense to me. But in her drunken mind, it made sense. Oh, and one more thing. I did take an extended weekend today also. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. Had to go see my endocrinologist, which turned out really great. My diabetes numbers are in normal people range. So everything, all my blood work showed that I did not reverse my diabetes because you can't reverse it. But for all intents and purposes, I fucking reversed that shit.
Nice.
So
fuck yeah, dude.
I feel really terrible drinking sweet tea as you're
No, you're good. I don't even like tea. You're good. I hate tea. I hate tea.
We had this discussion the other day, and I was like, Scoops probably doesn't even like tea.
No,
I called that shit.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, that was our coffee and tea discussion. Yeah,
coffee.
And then the only reason I took the entire day off is because Mel made the appointment. I know we talked about it a little bit last week, how we were going to try to have another baby, but she made the appointment to get the birth control out. So it is all go for Vasquez baby number 5.
Wait, God damn.
Are you getting on?
No, she got her birth control out.
Yeah, but
I thought you got snipped.
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, didn't you get?
Oh, you got the reversed.
Okay. No, I thought I missed something for a second. I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah,
I know you can do that.
When the fuck did you get that done? You never told us.
Seriously.
When I
you got to flip back a long time ago?
6-7 months ago.
Really?
God damn.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steve sneaking them in
there. Yeah. So we wanted to have another one because Charlie's the age gap is so big between Charlie and the other kids.
Yeah, I get it.
So Bluey needs her bingo, and so we're gonna try for another one, and we'll see how that goes.
I was just thinking while you were telling your story, we haven't had a Bluey reference in months.
Well, there we go.
For that. Thank you for that.
All right, back to Bob.
Yeah, come on, Bob.
I mean, my weekend was pretty fucking chill. I was with my fiance all weekend. Friday, we just went out to dinner with friends. Saturday, we're lazy motherfuckers. We went to the gym. We went to have lunch and went to the mall. Came home, and what were we doing?
Bro, you had when was your Burger King smorgasbord?
Oh, that was yesterday. That was Saturday night.
Was that Saturday?
Okay. Was it?
That was Saturday. So we were downstairs watching. We were watching a movie.
That shit.
And we were actually going to go to the diner, and then she looks at me and goes, "Burger King?" I'm like, "Huh? What? Where is this coming from?" She's like, "Burger King," and I'm like. I'm not going to lie. I was looking forward to going to the diner. I'm not going to lie. 100%. And I totally admit that. But then my mother came home from work, so she would have had to gotten dressed and then we would have to gone back out again. So I said, okay, we'll go to Burger King. So we get the
Brody's here with the coffee.
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 Want some coffee?
Yeah,
Coffee.
It is morning.
Coffee.
It is
By the way,
morning.
So we get
Shout out to Egypt also on Twitch. What's going on?
Oh,
guys?
yeah,
I'm
what's
not
up?
ignoring your chat.
Hello.
No. We're enjoying it. And that's why I had to reply because, dude, we all take care of the meat. So,
Yes.
yeah,
So every paper we get like a paper with coupons. We get coupons for Burger King, and that coupon thing is like this long.
Coupons. Get
Hell
the
yeah.
Coupons, whatever.
I love how
So-
you put that. I love how you put that on your Instagram feed, by the way, in your story. There's Bobby with these fucking Burger King coupons, smiling like a Cheshire cat.
So
Yeah, man.
here's what the coupons were. There was a family deal. You get 3 Whoppers and 3 cheeseburgers.
Okay,
One of them was
what did
for
everybody else
8
get?
Hold on, we're getting there. One is for chicken nuggets and the chicken fries. And then we got the 2 bacon cheeseburgers with fries. And then I added on there 2 double cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And for shits and giggles, what else did I add?
You
Oh,
get a rodeo burger in there. Just sneak
Onion
that
rings.
thing in.
You get
Ooh.
onion
no,
rings?
no
Gotta-
rodeo burger. We kept it all.
I love
Well,
those things.
Absolutely, man.
There wasn't a coupon for it.
Yeah, but they're like
So-
a buck.
Yeah, they're not-
Those are you get the rodeo burger to eat on the way home so you can eat your burgers. Like that's not even
it's the
That's why I
Burger
get
King
chicken fries.
appetizer.
it is,
I get
dude.
chicken fries. Chicken fries are to eat on the way home.
Right, you gotta
Well-
have something to pick at.
So,
So you
we
don't eat all the
ended-
fries
we-
on the drive home.
No, we ended up with a total of 10 burgers and I think like 5 or 6 fries.
What?
And
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
How
you
many
want to
did
know
you
what
eat?
was left? You want to know what was left? Legitimately.
Nothing.
The
No.
chicken fries.
2 little burgers this big. 2.
Yeah, but and even that, like those are gone 3 hours later, anyways, dude.
Well,
Like,
one of them I ate today too.
Yeah.
It's like yeah. go for it. And no,
Oh,
and
yeah,
it
dude.
tasted great. I was like, we haven't had this. I think I have. It's been a year, so I was like, I'm cool with that.
good for you.
And then I
man.
hopped on Phasmophobia with you boys, and that was Saturday. Sunday, Rebecca and I chilled out, watched TV. She went home to go out with her family, and then my brother and his wife came over. My little baby niece, so we were all just hovering around this little baby. Oh my god, so cute! And she is such as cute as a button. Mom made a nice dinner for us, and then just chilled out and hung out with them and the baby. Played a little Phasma with Chad last night. And then I was off today because we had rain. So, but I ended up doing a few other things. And then I was playing Phasmophobia with Chad. And then I watched this movie, which I'm happy to say I saw when it came out. And I'm so happy I did.
Dude,
Most
we had no luck playing Phasmophobia last night, by the way. It was
No, we
just
did
shit
not.
match after sit match.
It was,
Oh,
there
man.
were those investigations got us nowhere, literally nowhere. So, but that was my weekend. Short and simple and sweet and wonderful. John.
I didn't do shit this weekend. I'm straight up.
Hell yeah.
Nope, I didn't do. Dude came home Friday and fucking it was like relax and just normal bullshit shore mode throughout the weekend. Obviously, played some Faz with Chad and Brody Saturday morning, but no, I dabbled in fucking little everything this weekend. But I was playing Mortal Kombat to start it off because T1000 dropped in, and he's fucking badass, dude. He plays exactly like I anticipated, kind of like Glacius from fucking Killer Instinct style a little bit, which is nice. Solid character all around. And then, of course, like playing that, I was just like, man, I haven't watched Terminator 2 in like probably 3 fucking years. So, your boy watched Terminator 2 this weekend.
That's
And,
like you should have waited because we got Terminator coming up here this year. You could have made it a double.
That's fine because I just watched Terminator like 3 weeks back. So I've already had that itch to watch it anyways. But for whatever reason, I jumped to Salvation because I really like Salvation.
Dude,
And
it's
Matt's-
it's better than 3.
And that's not even a fucking argument, dude. Like I all day, every day, I would defend that hill. But I didn't realize there was a director's cut, and that's on Max. So I started watching that, and then just whatever. But no, it's funny because like I was like, where can I watch Terminator 2? So I popped it up on Roku, and it was like, hey, it's on Pluto. I was like, cool, right? So for whatever reason, though, I thought something was fucking up, dude. And I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Every time it would take me from the Roku home into Pluto to Terminator 2, it was giving me the fucking Spanish version. And I'm like, And I started watching it for like 10 solid minutes, dude. And I'm just like, I could probably do this, dude. I've seen this movie enough. I know what's going the fuck on. Maybe I can learn some Spanish. And I was just like, no, I can't, dude. Like,
You already learned Spanish from Terminator 2. You already know.
That's true.
La vista, baby.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't like the voiceover for Sarah Connor at all. There was just like no, like,
Nothing to it.
yeah, it just felt very flat. And I was just like, yeah, no.
Like it really sounded like somebody was reading from a script.
Yes. And I was just like, yeah, no. And god damn, dude, is that fucking movie just
Oh,
that's like top 5 movies of all time, dude, like for me. But enjoyed that. Then I watched this movie Saturday night, and I actually watched it again right today.
Same.
Because she's a short little motherfucker,
Yeah.
for sure, dude.
I was gonna do that too.
Mel was like, I gotta go to my appointment. I said, and it just popped over. It said 10 minutes left in your meeting. I said, there's only 10 minutes left in the movie. She's like, how do you know? And I said, this is as long as a Zoom stream would let you go if you didn't.
Yeah, which is cool.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So I watched that, and I'm ready to discuss that because yeah, I have thoughts. So anyways, so yeah, we are talking 2020's Host. It is a Brody Kane pick, as we discussed earlier. Who would like the plot rundown? I did it last time, so by all means.
I'll do one. I
I'll
haven't done
shoot
it.
it, Steve.
I haven't done it in a minute. Hold
All right,
on,
go
give
ahead,
me one
buddy.
sec. I'm unprepared. I'm pulling it up. Six
Way
friends.
to be. No.
6 friends get together during lockdown for their weekly Zoom call. It's Haley's turn to organize an activity, and instead of a quiz, she's arranged for a medium to conduct a seance. That's a
Dumb
red
bitch.
there. Bored and feeling mischievous,
Mischievous.
Gemma decides to have some fun and invents a story about a boy in her school who hanged himself. Bitch. However, her prank gives license for a demonic presence to cross over. Consequences of your own friggin' actions, but it's great. Taking on the guise of the boy in Gemma's made-up story, the friends begin noticing strange occurrences in their homes as the evil presence begins to make itself known, and they soon realize that they might not survive the night. Directed by Rob Savage, Dashcam, The Boogeyman. Written by Gemma Hurley, Dashcam, Red Rose. Rob Savage, Bite Size Horror, Dashcam. Jed Shepard, Scare Package 2, Rad Chad's Revenge.
Oh, Red Chad.
All right, we need to watch
We
that.
gotta watch
movie,
that.
whatever
That's
the
a
fuck
fucking
that is.
movie title
We
right
don't even
there.
need to watch
Yeah.
Scare Package 1. We
No,
need to
not
watch
at all.
Rad Chad's
Just
Revenge.
Scare
We're
Package
gonna go
2.
rate
Yeah.
to 2. Rate to 2. All right.
Looking
Looking that up
I
right
love
now.
you guys.
And the Blair Witch documentary. Produced Rad Chad Revenge. I didn't see, now it's in my head. Produced by Douglas Cox. Stop Dead. Kill Your
Oh,
Lover.
God.
Emily Gatto. Kids versus Aliens. Great movie. Christmas Bloody Christmas. Fantastic fun movie. And Samuel Zimmerman. Suitable Flesh and Creep Show. Starring Who Wants It?
I'll take it. But
Okay.
just real quick, the cover art for Scare Package 2, Rad Chad's Revenge, is
I'm going
totally
with that.
something I would have picked up off the shelf.
Fuck
in
yeah,
the
dude. It
VS
looks
store.
awesome. It's
Now,
giving
I don't know
me
what's
looking
going
that
on with
up
the little
now.
fat. I don't know what's going on with the little fat jigsaw wannabe with the mustache on the hair with the Billy on the tricycle. That looks really weird. So I don't know if it's like
I don't
a
even
spoof.
see what you were talking about. I see.
Yeah, I don't see what
not a-
you're talking about.
It's a
Oh
peace
my-
sign coming out of the TV.
No,
Right?
no, no. Hold
Yeah,
on,
that's
hold
what I
on. Look at
see.
this.
That's what I
Look at this.
see.
I see
Look.
it too.
Look.
Oh fuck yeah! I'd rent the hell out of that. Look
Look
at
at
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What are you
Oh,
talking about?
Yeah.
Where the fuck did it go?
Oh, he's
Okay.
talking
Yeah.
about the picture that's
This, look.
oh my god.
Oh. Don't
Oh
spoil
my
it.
god, I would yes.
Listen,
Well, I mean, it's not spoiling it, but it.
yo,
Look at that one.
Hey.
we got Cody Rhodes in this and Joe Bob Briggs in this, dude.
Oh
I'm down.
fuck yeah, I'm down.
Hey, so yeah, a couple of the girls from this
We need to
movie are in
watch
it too,
this.
because there's the cunt that started it all. There's that Gemma girl.
Yeah,
Oh, Gemma Moore, yeah, because she used her normal name. Yep. Nice.
they all did, I think.
All right.
Yeah, they do.
All right, so starring Haley Bishop, Frontier Conquistadors, The Rise and Fall as Haley, Gemma Moore, Doom Annihilation, Red Eye as Gemma, Emma Louise Webb, Scare Package 2, Rad Chad's Revenge, A
Have you
Town
guys seen
Called
Doom
Malice.
Annihilation by chance?
I don't-
It's super cheesy, but somehow awesome.
It
If
can't
that
be
makes
worse
sense.
than the first one.
I mean, I love the first one, but I understand it's no, that's fine. That's fair. The second one is way more doom than the first one, but it's more on like Power Rangers level, maybe a scotch above.
It makes House of the Dead look like House of the Dead 2.
Or House
Fuck
of the Dead
House of
3.
the Oh, House of the Dead. No, that might be.
I'm
the
putting those
love
on my
the
list.
arcade game.
I'm putting them on my list next
money
week.
to see that movie.
Thank you. I did too, Chad.
Oh.
Bro, if we
I did
review
not
that
pay
movie,
to
I'm
see
gonna
that
have some
movie.
hard PTSD during that fucking episode.
Dude, I think we're all gonna have to take some edibles if we're gonna watch that.
Oh, it was so
I've never
bad.
watched it, so
It's terrible.
Yeah, I've never watched it.
All right.
Why don't we cut from scene to scene? I don't know. Just put scenes from the video game in there. All right, cool.
Radina Drandova, the collective flashback as Radina. Caroline Howard, multiplex dash cam as surprise Caroline. Edward Leonard flashback, one more shot as Teddy. Salem Baxter, Doctor Who, the boogeyman as Salem. Jenny Lofthouse, the Legion. Vikings as Jenny. Alan Emery's Johnny English Strikes Again translations as Alan. Body count total 8.
So everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
So music by
Except for
yeah.
well,
Except for the actual
yeah, I was saying the
medium.
medium. Didn't,
we don't know for sure because it could have gotten her too. We don't.
No,
I feel like
I'm
if she
willing to
did,
bet
though,
she
we would have
didn't.
seen it because they showed everybody else.
That we would have.
That's
you know
like
what I mean?
we're,
Like, if
we're
they
debating
had-
if it got that girl's father too.
Oh, it had to.
That's what Steph said.
Oh, it definitely.
It
well,
had
because
to.
it got
If
the
it
other
got
girl's
everybody else in the
boyfriend.
house, and then it
But-
had to have gotten the in-laws of Teddy as well.
But remember, it also said that he liked to leave the house. He
Yeah,
quarantined all the time.
so
So he could potentially have escaped all this.
I would like to think yes, because I feel like every death in this movie was shown to us, and if it wasn't seen, it didn't happen.
That's what I'm thinking.
So then Gemma and Emily
Yeah,
survived?
I'd go with that.
Well, let's
No.
get-
Well,
let's-
all right. I'll give you the
Or
okay. so I'll
Haley?
give you-
I'm sorry.
they
No,
they
it was
could
Emma.
have because somebody closed that Zoom meet call at the end.
Well, it ended. It was up. They
That's
were up
true.
in minutes.
Yeah, they were up
But
in
you
minutes.
see something closing everything too.
But the demon or ghost or mimic or whatever the fuck, we said it's a mimic, so we're just gonna call it the mimic. The mimic.
You know what this was? This was just the color swap palette of the fucking demon from Insidious.
Yeah.
They were just like, "Hey,
Let's make
I
him
like
black.
that one, but let's make him blue." No, he was blue.
It was black on my screen.
It was like a.
I saw.
In this-
I saw
It was no. There was two. One of them was
Hey,
black, and
Mom.
one of them was blue. It
Mom,
literally
you
was
need to
opposite.
watch this movie, Mom. It's only an hour long. I will not grow my hair long
Clean your
again,
house.
and I will keep my beard short if you watch this movie. She hates my long hair and my beard, so
Oh, why?
because she wants me to look like a little boy.
Nah.
You're a man
I'm a man, damn it.
with an army of
Yeah,
children.
you're a
You're
With
good.
an army of children. And you know what? She has no
man.
idea. She just hopped on, and I have not told her yet.
Oh, good. Let's see,
So
she knows about your kids.
and she
Anyways,
knows about those.
no. So this movie,
We still gonna go through the rest.
We
of this
still
one,
got to do
We
Chad's
do.
part
Fuck.
Yeah,
Why
we're
are we
still gonna go
jumping?
through the rest
because
of
we're
it all.
so
This is-
excited to talk about
this-
it.
I
This,
know we're like ready to get in it.
John trying to skip me. This is how you get scare package 2. This is Rad Chad's Revenge.
I want to watch this movie, dude.
So do I. I want to watch
Music
this.
by NA because there was no fucking music. Cinematography also NA. There was no cinematographer. Edited by Brenna Ranget, dash cam Father of Flies. Effects and makeup by Stephen Bray. The Mutant Chronicles, an interview with the vampire, not the movie, the TV series.
Okay.
Oh,
Distribu-
I forgot there even was a TV series.
Yeah. Distributed by Shudder. If what?
Red Chad Revenge is on Shutter.
Is it? Fuck
Yep.
yeah.
Ooh.
Runtime of 56 short minutes, but I
Good
really don't mind
minutes.
that it's a short movie. It's very
No.
yes.
No, no.
It did everything it needed to do in that time slot, dude,
Yep.
and that's
It
fine.
did. And
That's-
this says
that's
it's not
fine.
rated, by the way, but it actually was rated TVMA. I noticed
Was
that
it?
after the movie
That's
ended. Yeah,
fair.
I noticed that after the movie ended.
Yeah.
So it had a budget of $100,000 and it actually made $443,807. I think it got like
This
a
was
small
actually in
release
theaters.
in the
We had a
UK.
small release in the UK.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So-
Well, the UK, but here
What
it
was
wasn't,
really
no.
cool about this, because you watch it and you're like, well, what the fuck did they spend all the money on? They did
Riggs.
some really cool shit.
Riggs.
Yeah, I watched the behind the scenes and and all the bonus shit on the Blu-ray, and it fucking really cool the way they fucking did this movie. Like I was stupid impressed. And
What's
I
really
Yeah.
go ahead.
go ahead.
I was just gonna say what's really cool is all the effects you see that happens to the girls. They had to do and set up all that shit all by themselves.
Yeah.
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 In a 3-month time slot, dude. They did all this too, which is like
Mhm.
Dude, 3
Impressive.
months from concept to airing on Shudder.
right.
That's
Yeah.
that's
And I
insane.
shouldn't
That's
say
an
just filming the
incredibly
movie,
fast
but,
turnaround.
no, that's you know what, man? I'm gonna say with the time of this movie, like the actual like hour time slot of it, I wish more shit would do this, right? Stop trying to make everything to be a certain because sometimes shit is just all it needs to be, right? You don't need an extra shit. I guarantee I could have even trimmed 5 minutes of this fucking movie down a little bit in the beginning.
Probably.
It's kind of fucking boring. I hate to say
Yeah.
it, but it was until shit started kind of like going with the seance. I was kind of like, oh my God, dude, shut the fuck up. Let's just get to some shit.
Especially the first couple minutes where it's just Haley walking around and you just see it from the camera's point of view.
Yeah.
Didn't need all that.
Which
See, I like that, honestly. I don't know.
Okay, so-
set up or not, I actually just did.
I think you guys like this a little bit more than I did. I'm not going to say I disliked it. I also have been saturating myself with found footage movies for the last month.
Yeah.
This
So
is
that
true.
may have tweaked
That
my...
may have had an influence on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
I have
yeah.
been watching a lot for at least 3 weeks, maybe going on 4.
That's right. You did go down that rabbit hole.
Oh my
Yes.
God, dude. So unfortunately, I didn't see anything new in this movie, but that doesn't mean that they still don't do what they did very well. It's especially when you actually, like Scoop said, you learn about how they did it and everything, because obviously we're talking during COVID times. Shit was fucking weird. So everybody was just coming up with different ideas and anything they could do. This is a great idea. It makes sense for the time. I mean,
Yeah.
we're doing it right fucking now. So it's like, okay, yeah,
But I have to disagree with you on the fact that you said it was nothing new, because it was something completely new that we had never seen before in the way that it was filmed and the way
how,
because we've
Paranormal
never had
Activity
one.
4.
We've never had one where it was on a Zoom call where
Paranormal Activity 4.
but it what was
She literally talks to her boyfriend half of that movie on the computer through a call.
yes, but this is
she does.
different.
Not new.
But it's
different.
different.
Different
It's-
is fine.
it is
Not
different.
new.
Okay, then I will give you that one. But in the sense that it's different, it is still a new concept for the entire movie to be filmed
Correct.
strictly
I'll give you that.
the way we're talking here.
No. And I'll give you that. The concept of the movie was the most original part of it, obviously. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. But like all the gimmicks and everything, I'm saying, we've seen all that.
Well, you got to remember, we are a
That's
quarter
true.
of the way into the 21st century.
No, I
and
know.
it's very, very hard to be original
Yes.
now.
It's
I'm not disagreeing with it. I'm just saying sometimes, like for me, even though this one is a good pace because it does bring it. But I'm just saying for me personally, I don't know how I would have tweaked it, but I would have tried to do. Okay, the most original to me was the girl smacking her head against the camera, right? Every other death,
Emma.
I kind of have questions about, like the girl falling over on the thing. That camera would have that computer would have shattered the fuck. That wouldn't have been there like that. And I still don't know why they're like, who the fuck walks around with a laptop? How are they even what are they doing with this?
So I've done it on investigations. When I caught the doll when the clown doll fell, I was walking around with my laptop talking on the live stream.
But
I also
do you
think
have a
couple
camera
of
on the
them-
exterior of your laptop so you can see? Because I'm assuming that's how she's looking, or does she have it just flipped around for light? So we see it,
Well-
but she's not looking at. You know, I don't know.
I think some used laptops, but some used
Some were on their
phones.
phones.
Yeah, a lot
The
of
The
them
one
one
had-
girl,
girl,
Emma,
one
she was
girl
One
was
girl had
on
the
her phone.
selfies. Yeah.
Yes.
Caroline
I
for
think-
sure was on her cell phone because we saw
Yes.
her get the selfie stick.
I think Emma eventually was too, because she was hiding underneath like her blanket and everything. And I'm like, the way
Yeah,
it
and
looked, I'm
she had
like,
all
you're
the
not
filters
carrying.
and stuff.
Wait,
You're,
I
yeah,
thought
you're not carrying
No,
around
not Emma.
that. So I
Was it
think,
Emma?
Emma was pigtails.
yeah.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
But I mean, I have to tell this story because it got me too. So like I said, I saw this when it came out, and we're in a dark room watching it. And I think you guys know the moment you first see the flash of the demon. So the one kid was sitting on a couch, like laying back like this, laying back. That fucking happened. He leaped 3 inches off the couch, and it wasn't his hands that pushed him up. He fucking leaped. And it was like, holy shit. And it got me too. It got all of us.
Dude,
So
this
it
movie-
only
this movie scared
This
the
was
fuck out of
fresh
me.
because
it had me on
was
edge.
unexpected.
It had me on edge the entire movie. Like, and Mel wasn't
Yeah.
here; she was at work, so I was watching it by myself. It did have me on edge, but I didn't jump. I did not jump until the fucking end. The end got me so fucking good. Damien came out of his room and goes, "Did you fucking get scared?" And I said, "Bitch, that motherfucker came out of nowhere, scared the fuck."
You know what that?
Oh my
you know
God.
you know what that made me think of? Is that old fucking viral video where you see the fucking car coming down the road?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hey,
dude.
look at this spot right here.
Yeah,
Where?
dude, I used to
Yeah.
I got to forget that. I traumatized Damien and Sam with that fucking video, and it was the funniest shit ever. But no, it got me. The end completely. And I don't know why I did not fucking expect it, and I should have expected it because it's
Same.
obvious that something.
I was gonna say, I was like, come on.
it's so obvious, but I was so into like, okay, show me the photo. I want to see
You know
the
what it
photo.
is?
Like, what are you getting a photo of?
No,
It's the audio. The audio
yes.
goes in crazy range in this
Yeah.
movie for when the jump scares hit. So I will give credit to that credit is due. Their jump scares are very loud.
Yeah.
So if sound throws you off, yeah, that shit's gonna fucking work really fucking well.
you want to know what I was expecting for that ending as she was taking the photos? I was expecting to see, when you see the flash, something to run the first time, to run at her, and then it just dissipates.
Well, I mean,
That's
she
what I
took
was
a
expecting.
What caught me, the reason it caught me off guard is because she was taking so many fucking photos.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, it didn't happen yet. It should have already happened. And then right when I'm getting comfortable in this, maybe we're going to see the fucking photo, that fucker pops in the screen. And I was like, ah! Like I jumped off my fucking couch. It fucking scared me.
Dude,
And I
this
have not
movie-
jumped
this
in a movie in forever.
This movie was very much like Phasmophobia. There were so many similarities.
And I think that is why I like this fucking movie so much. I'm not saying I loved it. It's not something I'm going to watch over and over and over again, but I enjoyed the fuck out of this movie because we are so into Phasmophobia right now
Yeah.
that it's like the whole time I'm like, what kind of ghost is it? Ooh, it might be a poltergeist because look at all this shit it just did. And then, oh wait, maybe it's a
Okay.
demon.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
no,
See,
it's a
technically, it
mimic.
could be a
the whole
poltergeist,
time,
'cause
the whole time I
it
was thinking it
ripped
was a
that-
mimic, just because it was mimicking the
Yep.
boy, and then it was mimicking demonic abilities. I'm like, that's got to be a
And
mimic.
it also ripped
That's
up
mimic behavior.
that kitchen. It fucking tore that whole place apart.
Oh,
yeah.
but this movie had me so on edge that when I went to go lay down with Charlie, like I said, I always put on that black screen music. I was having trouble falling asleep. Mel still wasn't home. I finally passed the fuck out. I did not feel her get home. She said she had already climbed into bed and got back up to go to the bathroom, and I kind of scooted over to lay next to Charlie. I didn't know she was home. So when she came out of the bathroom, she touched my foot. Boy, when I tell you, I fucking almost reached the gates of heaven. Oh my
So what
God.
you're saying is puckered booty hole. For sure.
I fucking man.
That was
Bro,
clenched.
I would have made a diamond if there would have been fucking coal put there.
There you go.
I was like,
Oh,
she's like, what? And I'm like, you just fucking scared the fucking shit. Like I was, man, my heart was beating so goddamn fast. I thought a demon was coming to repossess my soul.
So
I
when you
also-
rewatched it today, did Mel watch it with you?
She did.
And what
She
she
did.
think?
She liked it. And like I said, we were there watching it, and like she said, it's like Phasmophobia. And I said, I know it's great, right? Like, but she did. She got scared in parts that I didn't get scared, but she it's so hard to watch movies with Mel because she talks so much and she gets easily distracted. She is an extreme talker in movies and will sit there and ask questions. I'm like, shut up and watch the fucking movie.
Dude, that's my daughter. And I'm like, I don't know.
Harper.
I've never fucking seen this before. We're seeing it at the same goddamn time.
That's Harper.
That's the worst.
This movie-
Although you have seen this, so she can ask you questions.
Yeah,
Fuck
yeah.
that one,
But
so.
I wanted her to pay attention because I knew like
No,
when
I
the
know. You're
bumpers were coming
like,
and
no,
stuff.
don't have me ruin it for you. Just watch.
Just watch it. Like things are about to happen. And like the whole
Yeah.
thing with like Teddy when that happened, which I feel
Oh.
bad. I feel bad for Teddy. Granted,
Teddy got fucked, man.
Teddy got fucked.
Teddy.
I think Teddy got fucked the worst because
He did.
he missed out on everything, but fuck his cunt fiance or wife or whoever the fuck she was, because granted, he still would have died, but
I don't know if he would have.
I think he would
Yeah,
have
I'm
because
curious if he
because
would've,
Gemma still would have fucked up.
I
but he wasn't
I'm not
there.
saying
for the
it would have
fuck-up.
happened.
That's
He
where
wasn't
I'm like,
there,
it would
"Did
have
he
happened.
know?"
right, but how do you know though?
Gemma's candle
Because-
still went out.
But what I'm saying is the medium left, for all intents and purposes, she's still good. If he never came back, he would have never because by the time he left, the demon or whatever, the entity was not there yet.
No,
right?
it was
'cause
not.
they
It
had-
did not.
Right.
So
They had to
by him
redo.
coming back is
That's what put
fucked
the
him.
yeah. yeah.
If he just
Yeah.
stayed back and got some nookie, he would have been good the whole time. Now, if he
So-
had came
so
back
he's-
still and saw all their no, he would only been good probably if he missed the stream when the stream fully ended. Then whatever.
Yes, if he had missed it when it fully ended, probably. But I don't. If he didn't come back, he would have been fine. I think.
But he did get the worst of it out of everybody. I feel.
Seriously, that death
Did
is
you
probably
notice-
the most harsh.
I didn't see anything on how they did that, if that was a practical effect or if it was CGI, but you see when the
No,
You
the
see
fire
no,
going on his face,
Oh,
he twitches when it you
I-
see, it almost went in his mouth.
dude. I almost wonder if they put jelly. on
Yeah,
him,
I
dude,
think- well,
and
I'm thinking
it
that's what
fell
they
the
did.
jelly,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
because
then
you see him flinch before he comes to, and I'm like, this dude's either a great actor or they did this as a fucking practical effect and he got scared that he was about to catch on fire for real. Like,
and one, you know, what
Understandable.
one of the
Yeah,
worst parts
extremely.
of his death. One of the worst parts of his death is just hearing him scream, because it's just like, oh,
the worst part of his
Oh.
death was the fact that he had the cursed object and it was playing.
oh, he got
Right,
the
he had
music
the
box.
music box.
The fucking
bro,
the music box is what
Mel
summoned it
goes-
to him.
Mel goes, cursed object.
But watching also his fiance, wife, whatever she is, hanging over the pool, snaps the neck and just lets it go.
So
Oh,
she
Love that.
we don't know how the other boyfriend fiance got killed. Obviously,
Yeah,
he
because it happened completely off screen. He was in the
Right.
bed. That
all of a
poor
sudden
guy.
he just drops.
That poor guy had nothing to do
He had
with
nothing to
any
do
of
with it.
this.
Well, yeah, but
He
he was
was-
kind of a dick anyway, so fuck him.
why?
No, was it? He was just chopping something.
Yeah,
vegetables or something.
but I guess they had already had issues going on in the relationship.
Yeah, but here's the thing: if you're doing a fucking Zoom meeting on your computer, you don't need the entirety of the fucking den to go do it.
No, you don't. You don't.
If he's
But-
in the
Yeah,
kitchen
no.
making food, you go in the fucking bedroom.
You know why I
Like,
appreciated that scene though? Because think of how many couples did not survive quarantine. That's why I
Yeah.
appreciated that scene. I appreciated that scene because that was realism right there.
And I laugh about this
Yeah.
also because seeing obviously this is a quarantine movie, is when Gemma is that
puts
what
the
she-
mask on and only
Yeah.
puts it up to him.
Yeah, yeah. I was like,
yes.
why? I was like, what? But whatever, dude. You just I don't know. Also,
As
funny
a person that wears glasses, I can appreciate that.
well, yeah, dude. The fucking
I had to do that.
I can't. You look like a fucking kid out of an anime that just
Yeah.
saw some titties. Like, woo! No, I was gonna say funniest moment of this whole movie is when she goes into Haley's apartment and gets fucking just popped.
The
in-
fucking
Oh my
with the
god, that
fucking
was
beer
so
bottle.
great.
I know that's
It's like-
supposed to be horrific. I fucking
I-
laughed.
I
Oh,
did too.
I laughed
I
at
did
that.
too, and then I was like, "Please don't tell me that's her death scene. This is over." Because if
The
so,
way
that's really
They
fucking
did
dumb.
that. The way they did that fucking scene was fucking great. So it's just the dude standing there. No green screen, no nothing. He's just standing there. They film it. They're filming it. And I guess, they had a way of removing the
Him.
person,
Yeah.
after the fact. But it's just a dude. He's just fucking standing there. She's doing her thing, and he just fucking goes behind her and fucking beams her with that fucking bottle. Like, it was fucking funny. Actually, watching how they did it was pretty fucking cool.
Dude, I don't know.
Can we-
Like I said, I know it wasn't supposed to be laughable. Holy shit!
But it was.
No, it was funny. It
I
was a
thought
fun.
so
It
too.
was a
Very
funny
funny.
scene
Not just
in a
you.
serious moment.
That character also just like deserved it, right?
Did y'all
In
notice
that
her
moment,
booger?
yeah,
Like-
she totally.
Did y'all notice her
deserved it.
booger?
Oh yeah, after the
Oh my
fact.
god, it was huge.
She had a booger. She had a huge booger in her nose, and when she started crying, it was on her fucking cheek, bro. I guess from like crying, it came down, and she wiped her face, and it was on her fucking
Hey,
cheek for
you
the
know what?
longest
That
time.
just adds to the realism of it, right?
Yeah, it does.
Anybody that's seen the ugly cry, dude,
Yeah,
you're getting
yeah.
boogers. Like,
What's
so.
up, Big Ed? Shout out to my buddy
Can-
Eduardo.
Can we also talk about the phasmophobia moment where if it's more of a dots moment, but it's a filter moment on the ghost in that fucking room?
That was
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
And,
That was cool.
and she puts down the flower and it starts walking towards her.
That was cool,
that's-
but that
that
was
gave me
stolen.
chills.
That was stolen directly from the first
Paranormal
Paranormal
Activity.
Activity.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
That's why I was
what?
like, oh, the
No.
flower move.
But-
That's what I'm saying.
but you got
all
the
this
flower
shit,
thing-
all this shit has been in everything else, but it can still come together in a different fashion.
but
It still
even
works,
the flower
right?
thing, the flower powder, whatever you want to use, is something based. That
Off
people were
something
doing
else.
that. People were
Right.
doing that way before Paranormal Activity because
No.
we would
You're
do
100%
it-
right.
when we went to the train tracks in San Antonio to see if the little ghost hands would appear on the back of our car, we'd get powder or flour and put it on the bumper of our car to see if there was little handprints.
I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
I
we
loved it.
would do that for any other scenario, right? Predator, Invisible Man, whatever,
Yeah.
dude. Like, you know.
My favorite part of that is seeing the filter on the ghost and she gets closer and it turns towards her. So
Dude,
just
but I love that
Oh.
so much because I've tried that before. When I had Snapchat, I would put Snapchat filters on while I'm on investigations to see if
Hmm.
anything would pop up. And a few times it did. And what was really weird is it coincided with cold spots in our FLIR camera.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah. So I'm not saying it works. I'm not saying it doesn't. I'm just saying
it
there's
depends.
Something
this shit out
happened.
there. Something happened.
By the way,
Yes.
FLIR is the company that I used to work for.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
15
nice.
years.
Nice. No, but going once again, man, it's a solid little flick. It's
Dude, like I said, man, this scared the piss.
It-
Like the first time when they're sitting there and Haley just gets jerked backward in her chair,
Oh,
chills. I had chills just run through.
Yeah,
my
because
whole
it's so
body.
unexpected though. Like,
yeah, no.
I don't know how to feel about her character either.
she had
Didn't
big
like
ears.
So, right.
That's about it.
We were watching that. I'm like, she could give my son Cameron a run for the money for ears of the year because he's got big ears.
I wasn't going off of that basis, but okay, yes.
There-
it's just like-
and I
think
told her, I told my wife, I said, you know what? I'll bet she can even hear me making these comments right now.
Oh my god.
Probably.
So I told Mel, I said, look, it's gonna be really hard finding most attractive character. I was like, but
Not
I
for me.
found one. I said, but I found one. And the only reason I found one is because I ended up doing a Google search on all of the actresses in the film to see what they look like outside of the movie. And I found my most attractive character. And so I told Mel, I said, pick which one you think it is. Out of all of the, pick which one. And she's like, Caroline or the one with big ears. And I'm like, nope.
Gemma.
Ew, no.
I figured I was just going like
Because
I
she's
Emma?
figured,
Asian.
you'd, I
She's
figured
Asian.
you'd go off of their like little photos when they pop in and pop out, like they're dialed up ones or whatever.
oh, I
figured
know
that's
which
where
one.
you're
Is
going off.
Emma.
Is Emma really?
Emma, dude, she's brunette. She is smoking hot.
Wait, which one
Smoking
was
hot.
she again?
She was the one in the top left-hand
Pigtails.
corner. Pigtails.
Just pigtails.
What was the one
Yeah.
in the middle?
That was
The-
Caroline and Haley were in the middle.
Okay.
Yes.
Caroline was top.
Or
row middle.
Radina. Well,
No,
Radina was
Radina's
in the middle at
down.
one point.
Yeah, she was down, but there was somebody up in the top middle. There.
Well, it kept switching because when the cameras would cut out or whatever. So Haley was in the middle at first, but then Caroline was in the middle also because
Emma,
she had that
Caroline,
moving.
Haley, Gemma. What's her?
Who was the
fave?
one that had the
Radina.
background of herself?
Caroline.
That's
Okay,
Caroline.
Caroline.
that was on. All right.
That was Mel's pick for hottest, and I'm like,
Now, I'm gonna agree, dude.
I agree. Especially when she
Okay.
was scared.
definitely.
When she was like really scared shitless, she looked really
That's what
fucking
it
hot.
took for me to pick my hottest one was when to find out when they were scared and crying and shit. I'm like, Emma, it's Emma.
So just those big blue eyes. Just
But Emma has these pouty lips. We're not there yet. We'll talk about it.
no, yeah, we'll get
No,
to
we're
it.
not.
No, we are not. But we're
Fuck, I
gonna
don't even
get
know
there.
what the hell I was talking about. That was a fucking.
I don't know. This movie was great. All in all, it was great. Granted,
yes.
it wasn't. It's not the scariest movie I've ever seen, but it was crazy that we were watching it this week because I had just seen a TikTok that had like the scariest films in like the last few years or whatever.
Okay.
A host was on there. And I'm like, oh, cool. But I didn't really take much into that list because they also had Skidamarink in there. And
Oh,
I
well.
didn't
See,
like
but
that
once
movie.
again, that's like such a think piece kind of a movie,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
But like, obviously everything's all subjective regardless.
That
No, you know what?
movie-
I'll say the other good thing about this movie. It got me back looking into the Shutter catalog, dude.
Yeah, it did.
Shutter in a
Yeah, it
fucking
did.
minute, so I was
Dude,
Now-
did you see our movies coming up? Next week is Witchboard. Then we've got at least 2 Shudder movies
Yes.
VHS.
VHS.
and Psycho Gorman.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
actually just renewed my Shutter for annual for like
I just did
$70.
the
I'm
monthly.
like, yeah, that is so worth
I
it.
think I have a. Oh, hold on. Let me see. There is a 30-day free trial in here if anybody wants it.
It's all
I've
yours.
already
homie.
got it. Yeah, I've already
Well,
got
they
it.
already got it too. So, all right. Hey, we could raffle that off at some point.
Yeah.
I gotta
All
get that DVD.
No, all in all, man, it was a solid movie.
Surprisingly entertaining.
It
Yes.
Very
didn't.
entertaining.
It did not need any more than it already was.
Nope.
Which, once again, I'm going to go back to. I feel like more movies should be like that, man. We don't need 2-hour movies all the time, and not everything has to be at least like
What's
an
up,
hour,
Anthony?
15 hour and 20 minutes to be classified as a movie.
Did
No.
you guys?
Give us an hour long. That's
Dude.
fine.
Look at how many of the old Disney animated movies are barely an hour long. If
Yeah.
even.
Well,
Good point.
even just think back, like the original Chainsaw is an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's like an hour and 8 minutes.
Right.
something.
Nice
Yeah, so
short.
it's like-
like
Did
It
y'all watch
feels
the
like a long-
seance?
Do what?
Did y'all watch the real seance?
the
No,
what are we talking about for the movie?
Yeah.
no,
That wasn't the end of y'all's movie.
no.
Was
So
there
the credits-
something that-
The credits started rolling for a bit. Or it wasn't even credits. It was like the computer screen and started clicking on everybody's
Yeah.
names.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I watched that.
after that, it said to prepare for this film, the cast and crew did a real seance with somebody, and here is what happened. Shit
Oh.
actually happened during the fucking seance.
I'll have to go
Oh.
back and watch that because
That
Yeah,
was
I did
not
that was
see that.
not on Shutter.
Holy shit.
No.
So,
So it
was
must be on
not.
it must be on the disc because it was not.
it was really cool.
Did you watch
because-
the end of the credits on Shutter?
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Then, okay.
So it was
I
really
did
cool
not.
because a lot of the dialogue from the movie was directly taken from their actual seance that they did.
Okay.
Huh.
Like when she starts leading it and she's
Was
Salen's
that
like,
lady a real medium then?
no, it was
Oh.
an actress, but the real medium that they had come on said word for word what Salen said about
Okay.
I've never done anything like this before. Don't break the circle.
They did a real live stream.
Yeah, they did a real live stream
Oh,
seance
no
on
shit.
Zoom, and there was about 15 or 20 of them on the Zoom or whatever doing this seance.
See, man, I don't know. It's
I mean,
not,
if you want to do one, we can do one right now.
no. See,
Nah,
here's
I'm
the
No,
thing,
the
though.
fuck
It's like,
we will not.
see,
Not right now.
like
I have my
It's
Beaver
not-
Nugget candle.
No.
it's not that like I 100% believe in the shit, but I definitely have enough like doubt that I know I would not want to fuck around.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
you know what I
exactly.
mean? Like,
Like I
that's
said,
just like,
Like
I'm
I told
with
you boys
John.
in the chat, the
Yep.
reason this movie fucked with me so much was because my grandma used to tell me that shit could come through the TV. She didn't want me watching scary shit because shit could manifest through the TV or through the computer.
Poltergeist, man. That shit's been
Yeah.
fucking in my brain for
Yeah,
kids.
Yeah,
And you know
exactly.
something?
Exactly.
That's also why I love this movie because listen, I know we have poltergeist and shit can come through, but this was one of the few times where I'm like, oh shit, it went through everyone's computer or cell phone to get them. That to me was like, You don't see that all the time. You think, oh, it just got you. You did it wrong. Nope.
But my
with
question
everybody.
is, why was Salen the only one that was safe? The medium. Why
I
was
think
she
it's
the only one
'cause-
that was safe?
I'm not saying she was. I'm just saying we never saw her.
Oh, she probably
actually
has a whole bunch of like
die,
protective.
but-
She
crystals
probably
and
has
shit around her
fucking
house.
incense and crosses
Yeah.
in that house. I bet you.
No, I know, but it just
She knows
I
how
don't
to
know.
take precautions.
I feel like she wasn't.
Who's to say that was
because she
her on the
wasn't-
phone? What if it was the demon manipulating the voice?
Oh, it could have been the demon mimicking her.
Think
Mm.
about it for a minute. I
Well-
thought about that. I'm like, is that her on the phone? It sounds like her. But when they say, oh, no, that was a made up story, and she goes, oh, like I'm like, wait a minute. Could be.
I don't think.
Like I
Never
said,
say
I don't
never.
think she died. I think it was just like maybe the shit was starting to happen, or who knows?
Well,
like,
and real quick, when she was on, when she did it, if you watch, her bookshelf fell over and then it
yeah,
cut
no,
out.
I know. Right.
So that's why I'm
But-
like, well, just thinking in terms of like, what if it could be just the mimicking of her voice? It probably isn't.
And you
but
know what?
Still to be like, what if it could be?
I bet you a lot of these deaths are going to be ruled a suicide. Because if you think
Yeah.
of look at the way Emma died.
Oh yeah, dropping out, bashing your own head,
Yeah.
lit on fire.
You
Yeah,
know,
dude,
he
absolutely.
murdered his
We don't know
fiancée
how-
threw her in the bath.
We
We don't know what happened to
what's her name-
Radina.
Yeah,
We
she
don't-
just kind of got like choked out or some shit.
Well, I don't know.
Yeah.
There was one
There was a
little
blood speckle.
droplet. Like
Yeah.
one little blood droplet. So we don't really know what happened to Radina. We just know
We
that
don't
her
even know what
dude
happened.
dropped from the fucking ceiling. And the only thing I picture in my head is that fucking demon or mimic fucking choked him out while he was in the room, and then just kind of like lifted him up against the ceiling,
Right?
and just
I
kind
want
of drug him.
I want to see him like floating up to like.
Yeah, he's just
Yeah.
the demon's just walking like this, like oh shit. Oh,
Now, another cool thing that we've kind of
My
seen
back,
before.
my back.
Another cool thing that we've seen before, but at the same time, still cool because it's like almost in reverse. Was the throw the sheet on it and it
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We've seen
That
the
was good.
opposite of where we see the ghost form, take it off, nothing's there. That so it's kind of cool to get the reverse
This
of that.
makes me want to break out the dots in Phasmophobia. Like, I'm gonna
That
see
was-
him.
What
We'll
you
see.
talk about there, John, that was, I remember, used in the promotional stuff for Invisible Man, but it wasn't in the fucking movie.
No,
Yeah.
but it wasn't
Pissed me
paranormal.
off.
It was in Paranormal 3. That's where I was kind of like thinking. Where
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I gotta rewatch those.
But dude, I love the Paranormal Activities, man.
Wait,
oh,
was
they're
that three
great
or two?
movies.
What-
3.
3.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yeah, I can.
because three is where it was with where he had the oscillating camera in the kitchen, and it showed the sheet ghost, and then she's like talking to it, and then all of a sudden she's like, and then it just like drops.
No, that was the second. The third was when they were kids.
Right, I know that was it because the mom
sure?
was in the kitchen. Yeah, because
Oh,
the
okay.
second one was all
I could have
security
sworn that
cameras.
was the second one.
No, second one was they never did any of the sheet stuff. They had a lot of stuff with the dog. They
that.
went way more
that was
explosive in the
the-
kitchen with the pots and the pans.
I was
and
gonna
Oh
say
yeah, where
that's-
everything just
yeah,
dropped
was-
from the ceiling.
Yeah,
and her getting dragged down the steps into the basement and shit like
I
that.
need
Yeah.
to get those
Three-
DVDs too.
Three's the one where he
Dude,
like
I'm telling you, I found them in a cheap bin at Walmart.
yeah.
Yeah, I gotta.
Three's
get-
the
I
one
gotta
where he
get
takes apart the oscillating fan and shoves a fucking camera on it. And
On
it's
it,
doing
yep.
that fucking super slow pan that just builds up fucking tension every fucking time it does it. But no, man, this movie it did what it needed to do. I'm glad I watched it. It was solid little flick. I say we hear from Doppelganger Kangabanger, seeing we were past our
Yes.
hour mark,
Yes.
and it's his pick, so I'm sure he has a lot to say.
Howdy folks, it's your Kangabanger back for another episode of Gore and More, and this week I'm here to talk to you about Host. Now, Host to me when it first came out is, to me it feels like it's the epitome of like never judge a book by its cover, because I've seen the poster for this and read the premise. I was like, it's been done, why are we doing another film kind of like this? And then obviously, it got fucking mad hype and I was kind of interested. Suss it out. And I definitely feel like this is the strongest of the genre of like Skype horror movies. Like I know there's a couple out there, but out of the ones that I've seen, this is definitely more like fucking superior, I'd have to say personally. And for a film that's an hour long. It's definitely a nice, neat little package. It's not exactly a full-length feature film or necessarily a short movie either. So it's kind of cool how it sort of trims the fat there, because I'm always complaining about how most films that are just building up like at least 30 minutes worth of just slow exposition in film, where this film just trims that fat away. And definitely keeps us, the audience, engaged from start to finish, where they introduce us to these characters. They set them up perfectly. We get to find out what personalities which with each one. I think the acting between these characters is absolutely fucking flawless. It kind of feels like they're just sort of feeding off each other throughout their acting capabilities of a scenario. They've just been thrown into a situation and they're just feeding off each other with realistic conversation. Like it actually and you really feel that throughout the performance of each character as each one is sort of talking throughout or talking to each other, and the realism's there and how they're able to capture that essence. I was all sold, like I was believing it from start to finish. Also, the scares in this movie are familiar territory. There ain't no lying about that. We get the jump scares, we get the invisible, whatever it may be, someone being pulled away. It's been done before, but I think this film and the director was able to craft it very uniquely throughout, just using Skype or whatever it may be. It's clever, it's interesting, I'm intrigued, but there's a skill set to doing these and keep pulling them off over and over again. And this film does that and crafts it in a unique way, building up that fear and tension throughout the performances, obviously helping motivate those scare scenes. I do like the story and how they're able to take the seance and make it turn into a modern day twist of social media, just combined. It definitely feels believable in that sense, how they're able to incorporate. But I like how there's a lot of shit happening also throughout the terms of filters, throughout the camera play and technology of things, of how they're able to show us each death of each person. It's actually really fucking intimidating at times. The reveal of certain demons and entities around them, I thought was done extremely well. It's just a fucking great film. Like, I was actually scared for a change.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of scenes in this movie I really fucking love. I mean, I love the whole movie because it's just straight to the point and we're fucking along for the ride, and it's just riddled with scares and tension and fear and all that sorts of good shit. Especially after playing Phasmophobia with the boys, it kind of felt like that at times. And having me play with the boys, I shit my pants when there's a ghost hunting. They'll fucking tell you. Anywho, for me, honestly, the best scene, I never caught it on the first watch. This time back, I've seen it, and it's given me actually goosebumps even thinking about it now. It's when she's pointing at something down the end of the corridor. She's like, "You guys see that? We, the audience, don't see it. None of her friends see it." She grabs a Polaroid camera, takes a photo of it. She lets it warm up, and we see what looks like to be a person hanging at the end of her.
Man, how did I fucking
and
miss
that just freaks me out. Like the way that was delivered, it was great. I mean, there's such great shit happening in this movie. It's fucking fantastic. I just want to say something real quick before I go, and that is that it's been so goddamn long that a horror movie has scared me like this. Every time I watch this movie, I am just riddled with fucking fear and paranoia. Even after watching it, I think I'm hearing and seeing shit, and I'm like, oh my god, this fucking movie just sticks with me like flies on shit. So yeah, it really had an effect on me. Y'all think I might be biased this week because it is my pick, but I do think this is pretty much a perfect horror movie in the supernatural genre of the horror genre. And I am going to have to give it a 5 out of 5. I just think it works extremely well across the board, covering what it needs to do throughout the script and storytelling. It's perfect. Everything makes sense, and everything sets out what it needs to fucking do, from the acting to the themes and tones of the film. So, anywho, this is your DKB, or Kangabanger, sorry, giving it a Gore score of a 5. I'll catch you motherfuckers next week, and I look forward to hearing what you guys have to say about the film. So, cheers, gentlemen.
Cheers, Brody.
Yeah.
Cheers, Broadster.
You notice he is not the DKB anymore. He doesn't promote himself as the DKB.
No.
Because he's the Kangabanger.
Because, we don't have anyone to associate him with as far as the doppelganger.
Okay, so I'm looking at the thing. Okay, yeah, I can see where the girl's saying. See, I didn't know what the fuck I was looking at, dude. I think I was looking at like her top piece or whatever, because I could see the white, but I didn't see like the head and shit. But all right. Let me get rid of that. Thank you, Brody, once again.
And I would love to point out to our listeners that whenever we play Phasmophobia with Brody, he is the first motherfucker hiding during any ghost event or anything. If he has incense, he will light that fucking incense and hide.
Even if it's an
Even if it's just a ghost event.
Even during a fucking event.
Even during an event. It's hilarious.
It still gets me sometimes from time to
Oh,
time.
it gets, yep.
But I'm getting to that cocky point where I'm like, I got it. If it comes after me, I'll just run around the fucking island until it tires out.
I've now gotten where if it starts to appear, about 9 times out of 10, I'm like looking down and I'm like, I'm just not going to look up and I'm going to walk in this direction. I'm like, nah,
Man, you gotta have that camera out and ready, baby. It's fucking
Listen,
he's bad.
that old lady one with the scythe in her fucking hand is fucking scary. All right.
So I played Saturday night with some buddies of mine from the wrestling organization, and then their sons were talking shit in the background. They're like, "Oh, Scuba's scared to play on Nightmare. Scuba's play," and their dads were like, "Then you fucking play with him." So I put it on fucking Nightmare. Bro, tell me why. They were the first out of the house. They were the first to like run anytime a hunt started or an event happened. And I'm just like, what? Where you going? I thought y'all were big badass Mr. Ghost Hunters. What's going on?
Listen,
One of them
I'm
got
sure
killed by a fucking Diogen. And I'm like, how do you get killed by a Diogen? That's like the most worthless ghost in this fucking game.
right.
And
You
I
can
let it hunt
outwalk them literally. Just
Dude, I let it hunt me. And I'm just walking around the fucking island in Tanglewood in the kitchen. I'm just walking around. They're watching from the truck and they're like, how the fuck do you do that? I'm like, I don't got to do nothing. This thing can't touch me.
he's slow.
Unless
Wait,
you accidentally hit the
real-
trash
speaking
can.
of-
Because if you don't fucking pace it right and you because you got to, I always walk backwards. But if you're doing it wrong and then you hit that trash can and you get stopped, 9 out of 10 times it's going to fucking kill you.
All right.
Speaking of a Diogen, I know when Chad used the circle the one time and it got me killed and I couldn't, I just died. So today we were playing earlier and there was a summoning circle in the basement. So I'm checking on the summoning circle. Okay, nobody's there. I see Chad creep downstairs and he just started to light it. And I like pop around the corner. Chad? He's like, God damn it. He's like, I'm doing it anyway. And then I see the fucking ghost appear right in the middle. I was upstairs. I was in my hiding spot. And all of a sudden, 30 seconds later, I'm just like this. Chad?
Yeah, it still got me.
I
Chad,
finally
you
have
there?
all 10 tarot cards.
Chad?
I was missing the Hanged Man. I had never gotten that one. And so my dumbass was standing in the doorway pulling tarot cards. And the last one I pulled was the fucking Hanged Man and I died.
That'll happen.
me and Brody were playing earlier. I can't remember if it was this morning or yesterday, but we were in Tanglewood and we had the tarot cards. And I think we needed a ghost event, so I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's get the cards. So he gets the cards, and then starts hunting, and he's dead instantly. I'm like, shit, he must have pulled a death card. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll pick up the cards. It's less of a chance it's going to be a death card. I pick it up, draw one fucking card. That's the fucking death card. I'm like, God damn it!
Well, fucking
Brody
Friday.
never even got a chance to use the cards. It just went into a hunt.
Was it Friday or Saturday when we pulled 3 fucking death cards in the tarot deck? Because you died, Chad died. Remember, Chad had you had the deck. You fucking had the deck, you bastard.
Oh,
fucking,
I came back to life.
yes,
you mean.
yeah. Fucking Chad died, Bobby died, and then I'm like, well, fuck it, I'm gonna use the fucking tarot cards. I got Brody killed because I pulled the fucking 3rd goddamn death card. That's the most death cards we pulled in one fucking match.
That was one of my funniest ones.
Yeah.
So let's get back to the fucking movie. We can
Yeah,
start
I was
with
gonna say, boys,
Phasmophobia.
Yes,
I love you,
sorry.
but shut the fuck up about Phasmophobia. Let's talk about the goddamn movie.
Podcast.
I know. Holy
Yeah,
shit.
John's just jealous. He hasn't been playing.
I have been playing, but I have other games to also play. So,
But no, I think he's right. It's a great fucking movie. It came out right in the peak of us going through something that
We
thought we were gonna go through. I never thought I was gonna live through a fucking pandemic, and so to see a movie kind of mimic reality at the same time, giving you this I don't want to say fantasy because it was paranormal, but it was just really cool. You know what I mean? It's a really cool mix of realism and the supernatural, and what
Crazy that shit was 5 years
Yeah.
ago.
can exactly.
I just remember that was the whole pandemic was in the very early days of this show, and I was breaking quarantine all the time to actually do this show with TJ.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking A, bro.
Oh, you forgot about that.
You know what, man? Quarantine was a weird time. And I'm gonna say it, and I hate to say it, but like I had a good time.
I had a great time during quarantine.
was
I never
great.
put pants on.
It was, dude. I was.
The
I
only
was an
time I ever
essential
did was for
worker.
groceries, and that was it.
Dude, I was an essential worker. I had to work.
No,
I was
I was
working.
working
nice
for
so I-
because-
school.
It was nice because there was no fucking traffic.
Wait,
None.
isn't that when you were at the weed place?
Yeah.
You were an essential worker then?
It's medical. It's considered medicine.
Ooh.
Yeah, I worked in a warehouse where we got narcotics.
I was not essential, but we
I had
still
2
worked.
fucking months off, man. Like,
But we worked on Zoom. The bar was closed, so I was getting unemployment for that. I was working like an hour. We'd have an hour meeting, and they'd tell us that, oh, you need to make phone calls and make sure the kids are hopping on their Zooms and stuff, because I was doing truancy at the time, which made no sense because if they get on, they get on. I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. So
you were supposed to show up at their house, be like, get on your computer now.
no. You're supposed to call. You were supposed to call them and be like, okay, don't forget to log in. Fuck that. I would just send
You know what
text
most people
messages.
are going to be doing? What the fuck is the school call me? No.
No. Here's how I got around it. I would just send a mass text. Hey, this is Mr. Vasquez. Just making sure. Hey, log into your Zoom. Make sure you get your work done.
There you
I
go.
was free the rest of the fucking day to play video games, stream, do whatever the fuck I wanted to do.
Oh, man.
Quarantine was a weird time.
Was
For
it-
me, that's for sure.
But I will say I have to thank quarantine, because had it not been for quarantine, I'd still be in a really shitty marriage.
There you go. All right, Chad Daddy. Can't talk. Chad Daddy, I think we need to hear what's behind the scenes, buddy. So-
Okay, I got a little bit here, not
Yes.
a whole hell of a lot, because how this was filmed, it was all kind of. So anyhow, obviously it was filmed entirely during the lockdown using Zoom. Although scripted, the cast was allowed to improvise. For instance, the moment when Haley sneezes and the cast reacts to it was not planned. Like little things like that was improvised.
Okay.
So
This was what, April 2020? This was starting to get filmed.
Yeah,
It was
because-
because it came out in July.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So this was like very, very, very early. Like
Yeah, dude. Because like what lockdown happened March 22nd, I feel like was official. Like, yo, everybody needs to go the fuck home.
yeah, because my daughter's 10th birthday was just a few weeks after lockdown started.
Yes. You know why? Because it was the first time I was actually had tickets to go to Monster Mania, which was that fucking weekend, and COVID happened. I was so fucking mad.
I had tickets for fucking Frightmare and they got fucking canceled. I was
I
pissed.
luckily was smart enough.
I remember that because
refund
you
my
and
tickets
DJ were
when they offered it.
so excited to be going, and then it got canceled.
Ah,
I was ready, and I was hoping it wasn't. I was right there with him.
that's fucking right. Because I was probably like, yeah, I was excited to be Bob, and I was like, nope, that's just not happening.
I remember that.
I remember the whole week, dude. Fucking Tuesday was like, all right, 25% of the workforce needs to stay at home. Wednesday, all right, 50%. Thursday, all right, 75%. And then Friday, hey, baby, we laid off. Woo! We're going fucking home. Like, god damn, dude.
And you know what's fucking weird is that was 2020. So I was just watching y'all show at that point in time, I think, because I wasn't even on the show yet.
Damn, dude, we're literally on the
Not yet,
anniversary
no.
of this shit, dude. It's the 24th, bro. You like picked a perfect fucking.
Can you believe that's been 5 years? Five
No,
fucking years.
it's disgusting
That's
when I think
half
about
a
it,
fucking
dude.
years.
Half a decade, and it feels
Holy
like it was just
shit.
last year.
Right? Time's been just defunct after the fact. All right.
Well,
Fuck
literally.
it. But anyways, behind the scenes.
Based on a short film by director Rob Savage, where he pranked his friends during a Zoom chat, pretending to be attacked by something in his attic. He didn't inform his friends in order to get their genuine reactions to it. The video was released online and went viral. Savage then approached Shudder about making a feature-length version.
And you know what, man? That's how a lot of movies get made. Make a little short. People go like, yo.
Worked for Smile.
So Did I tell you guys that there's a horror con that's always been around here that's coming back finally? It's oh my fucking god, dude. Not Syracuse. Anyways, but they have a short film festival that they're going to be doing too. Like, so they're coming back this year. They haven't been around since 2019. And I think I'm going to try to go to this short film festival. Like, I don't have anything to put in. I just want to see what like people have to put in. You know what I mean? But I think like
I hope to God there's a video of a man getting hit in the groin by a football.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. I personally though, like, reference. Yeah, this is Simpsons, dude. My groin. I should ask throw it out to Gallo, dude, because he's got a couple little like nuggets that he could probably just throw out there for the shits and giggles of it, man. But no, yeah, dude. If you got ideas, man, film your shorts, put it out there. You never know what the fuck will pick.
I want to, but I'm not.
Except for Bobby, film what's in your shorts.
Yay! But I'm.
Well, that's a whole different medium than Bob's gonna go start.
Oh, it's not a medium.
It's an extra large.
No. All right. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
I got a bit. Parts of the script were redacted, so the cast didn't know what would happen throughout. Certain things were pre-recorded and played back for the cast to get their genuine reactions. I'm guessing that'd be like the death scene.
Interesting.
That's
kind of cool.
Every scene was shot on iPhones taped to the laptops.
Okay, cool.
Oh,
because iPhone cameras are way better than computer cameras.
No, that makes sense. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, anything's better than a computer camera.
Yo, so you know what? This is another thought I had the other day,
which I still haven't ordered yet. Thank you for reminding me.
Found footage movies like this one, I would throw this in found footage category.
Oh yeah,
maybe it has its own little subcategory because I think there is other movies. Is Unfriended kind of like this too? I've never seen it.
No
idea.
No, it's
is it a normal?
It's a little more. Yeah, it's a little more slashery.
No. But I mean, like, is it the live stream kind of shit or no?
Oh, no.
Okay, I was all right. I'm mistaken on that. I apologize. But anyways, like. No, like I said, I would throw this in found footage, and it just, oh my god, sorry, I totally lost train of thought. I saw Scoop's thing. Anyways, sorry, Chad Daddy, back to you, buddy.
In order to get the cast worked up before certain takes, the director would make them watch horror movie clips.
Oh, I wonder what kind of clips he was throwing in there.
I don't know. It must have been something really extreme because I'm figuring that's probably what got Caroline so worked up. She looked all hot when she was scared.
Like, are we throwing in like Saw clips, or are we throwing in like?
I'm thinking like Serbian clips.
Yeah, probably just something gross. Maybe not like gross, but you know what I mean, like scary gross.
Or something that makes you jump, like with faces.
It just hit me who Caroline looked like. Who she reminded me of was the fucking nurse from An American Werewolf in London.
Oh my god! I was wondering why the face looks so familiar.
I've only seen that movie once, so I'm not.
I know you didn't care for it.
No, I didn't. I still like. I appreciated it. I'm not gonna say I didn't, but I like the effects of it. Anyways, welcome back, Scoops.
Thank you.
True to the free Zoom membership, Haley's group chat with the others lasts the duration of an hour, coinciding almost entirely within the film's duration.
Which is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Noise?
At the very beginning of the film, the participant ID of 311-01-992 on Haley's screen is a reference to the TV drama Ghostwatch, which aired on 31st October 92 and was an influence on this film.
Dude, I've heard really good things about that, but it's like it's like a mockumentary, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not really sure.
Yeah,
I've never.
I have not seen it in a long time.
Ghost!
What the fuck?
Ghost!
Where?
Right behind you.
Something just fell.
No.
Yes.
Look on your floor.
Oh, shit.
That's a page out of the Necronomicon.
See? Ghost. If Scoop's camera
get out of the house.
There's 2 pages down there. What the shit?
Ratu. Rata.
All right, if Scoop's camera goes
It's
black,
definitely an N-word, but not the N-word.
No.
that's it. Then. Good night, everybody.
All I could picture him is him saying that as the N-word, and everybody's just looking at him. It's like when fucking
I
Stan's
swear to
dad
y'all,
said it on
I swear
South
to y'all,
Park.
I did not
Oh
set
my
that up.
god.
I had to go blow my nose when I turned my camera off. But these pages, the Necronomicon that I have right there is the one that I 3D printed, and I never set the pages in there. So yeah, and the
okay.
AC vent is right there. So when it kicks on, it creates suction in the room. So that's all it was. No
All right.
ghost. No ghost.
I love how he's
Debunked.
running the AC, and it's like 40 degrees here.
Right?
You know
I
what?
know.
It's not 40 degrees here. Let's see what it's fucking 75 and sunny.
It is.
Nice.
It is 44 degrees right now.
It's
All right.
yeah, 40 here.
Okay, the initial prank video that Rob Savage made that inspired this film features a shot, The Boy in the Attic, from the Spanish horror film Wreck.
Oh, nice.
Oh no shit.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh, nice.
The demonic presence is played by James Swanton, who previously played the demonic presence in Salt, also directed by Rob Savage, not the Angelina Jolie movie,
I was like, what?
which actually was surprisingly good.
Salt.
I didn't see that. Salt.
Huh.
Saltburn.
Ooh. I don't want to see some guy fucking a grave.
What?
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Salt horror movie. All right, I gotta look this up.
The demon inhuman spirit appears to only 3 characters in its true visage: Haley, Gemma, and Teddy.
Yep. And like, so I was mistaken. I thought he was blue because I looked at a still shot of him, and there's this. I think it's just the color gradient of the black to where it starts like fading out. But I think, like Scoop said, he is like legit, but he still has like a very like demon vibe from Insidious. I don't know why.
So
think
I
it's just 'cause
wonder.
the hair is like, like
I wonder if he only appears to those 3. Haley is the one that set up the seance. Teddy is the first one to break the circle, and Gemma's the one who created the false image.
Yeah.
So it would make sense as to why he appeared to those 3.
I mean, we don't necessarily know he didn't appear to what's her name because she was like head smashed first, right?
We know he was invisible to Emma, so
Yeah.
Right. He was just fucking with her. All right. Anything else, Chad Daddy?
okay. So again, just kind of back to reiterate this: the film traces back to a prank video created by Savage in early 2020, which featured him investigating strange sounds in his attic while in a group video chat with the subjects of the prank, some of whom would later star and host. The participants of the call were unaware that the video was leading up to a jump scare of a zombie child, which Savage created by splicing a clip from the Spanish horror film Wreck with footage of himself climbing up to the attic and subsequently falling down dead after the zombie attacks him. Savage placed the video online where it went viral. He found the format easy to watch and chose to apply it to a feature-length film. He stated the prank's success enabled him to create Host after producers contacted him about making a longer film upon seeing the viral video.
How long did he wait to tell his friends that it was a prank? Like, you know what I mean?
Freaking out.
I would hope it'd be immediately after.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Because like, how is
What if
somebody
he
Yeah.
calls the fucking cops or something?
right? That's my first thought. Is like, bro, who's the instantaneous one that's like 911, dude? Like when they see that shit. Like if you don't like the fall down, you hear everybody scream, and then it's like, hey, everybody, like you know what I mean? Like you gotta like almost pull that
Oh,
shit.
shit.
Up.
Did I tell you guys I accidentally dialed 911 at work the other day?
Oh God.
Did you butt dial it?
Yes.
Oh,
Well, not
God.
by it was in my pocket, but we were pouring the concrete and everything. And I'm sitting there and my watch on my fucking Fitbit's connected to my phone. And I look at it and it starts vibrating. I look at it, it says something like emergency call activated or something like that. I'm like, oh shit. I pull out my phone, I see it's connected to 911, and not thinking, I immediately hang up.
I've
What's
done that.
911 do? And when you
Oh,
immediately
right
hang
back.
up, call you right back. I'm sitting there like, oh shit, they're calling back. I'm gonna have to answer this. Like I might get in trouble, but I gotta fucking answer this because I know if I don't answer it, cops are gonna show up.
Right? Yeah, for real.
So I'm like, oh fuck. So I call, I pick it up and like, this is 911 services. Everything I come. I'm sorry, I pocket dialed you. I'm at work. They're like, it's fine. actually happens all the time. I just need your name and your phone number to verify who this is. And I told them, and I'm like, I am so sorry. Like, again, don't worry about it. Happens all the time. But I was like so scared shitless. I'm like, oh God, I'm gonna get in trouble for this.
Well, because you don't think about it, because they're just like, we got to do our
Right.
job. Who fucking
Right.
called
And,
us?
and protocol is if they call back and there's no answer, you automatically send cops to investigate.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah.
sketch moment for sure.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
One more. So, Host was filmed while quarantine restrictions were in place due to the pandemic. Savage directed the actors remotely while they were in charge of their own cameras, lighting, sound, makeup, and stunts. According to Savage, old school technology was often used for special effects, with fishing wire being sent to the actors' homes so they could practice pulling things off shelves. Practical effects were also handled by the actors, and a virtual workshop was held on how to set up effects such as moving doors and making things fly off of shelves. Savage stated the film took 12 weeks to complete from the initial idea to its delivery to streaming platform Shudder.
That's fucking insane, dude. That's just insane, like, on the fact that, I mean, it's always cool, and especially in found footage stuff, like a lot of the cast always has to do extra work, right? Because they're the camera guys, right? So, but these motherfuckers are going above and beyond that. Like, that's full effects work and everything. That's fantastic, dude.
Yeah.
You know what that reminded me of? Because you said this took 12 weeks to
No,
shoot.
12 weeks for everything,
It
not to shoot, for everything from
From
concept
start
to
to finish.
delivery.
Oh, because I was gonna say, it kind of reminds me, because I was watching something on Escape from New York, and shooting that, they shot it in 7 weeks, and I was just about to say, holy shit, wow. Like, I was just comparing in my head, like, wow, such a short amount of time.
I remember what I brain farted on earlier. What I was gonna say was, it's nice seeing this movie being under the found footage category, right? Because it was filmed on cell phones, which still gives you that kind of like grainy, shitty camera feel, which makes things look scarier.
Yeah.
Newer found footage movies almost kind of suck because technology's too good, if that makes sense. I
Yes.
started watching, and I know Steve will agree with me. I'm not going to go too far into it. I started watching Next to Kin, the Paranormal Activity movie. I know you told me not to, but I was like, fuck it, I'm going to watch it. But the problem is, the cameras in it are way too fucking clean, dude. Yep. It doesn't feel like a found footage anymore. It just feels like
a movie that's being shot.
Yeah. That's just shot weird. Like, it's just like, what the fuck's going on? And I don't know, man. I feel like found footage can still happen, but maybe that's where it's got to go. Is just all a cell phone based now at this point, right?
Maybe.
Which I'm fine with, because cell phones are fucking insane now. Like, even like comparison to cameras from 10 years ago, whatever. But sorry, didn't mean to go down that. I was just glad I remembered my fucking stupid brain fart. But anything else, Chad Daddy? Or
That's
that
it. That's
all
it.
righty, brother.
I will say, this makes me want to go back and rewatch all the Paranormal Activity movies again.
Do we have Grave Encounters on our list?
I don't think we did.
Because I know you said you've never seen that, right?
I don't believe it is. Let me double
check.
One
I don't remember if I put it on our list or not. I think it was one I suggested.
I'm not saying it's a great movie. I'm saying it's just a fun movie. But you should watch it.
It is.
You know what though, Chad?
It's a good one.
If this movie freaked you out, Grave Encounters will freak you out as well, because Grave Encounters freaked me out.
I thought, Grave Encounters kind of freaked me out.
It's creepy, bro. Like, it is. If this one creeped you out, Grave Encounters will do the same thing.
Because Grave Encounters is what you always wanted the ghost shows to be, kind of, right?
Grave Encounters is what I want to happen on a fucking investigation. Except
didn't you tell me that Grave Encounters is also a short movie too?
No, it's like probably an hour and a half. Maybe it'll be an hour 20 minutes.
I thought
something like that. Yeah, that's a great. I think I'll swap out a pick of mine.
No, you don't have to if you want. It's up to you.
It's an hour 35.
Okay.
All righty. So where did we watch this, boys?
Shudder.
Blu-ray.
Physical,
baby.
Right.
I might have to get the physical just to see the fucking seance.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Shit on YouTube.
Yeah, I want to
really fucking cool. It might be on YouTube.
I wonder if they would even have it on Shudder too, just as like random extra shit. Sometimes they do that.
Oh,
look!
I didn't even see if I watched the extended cut or not.
That might be the extended cut then.
So Does the cover art sell the movie? Would you rent this as a child?
What's the cover art, Scoobs? I might, based on that, just because it's very Blair Witch-esque.
Well, it's
Yeah, that would be
this.
that's a
would've
potential
gotten me.
yes.
Not this. This right here, the scariest
Right.
film of the past decade. That right there would have sold
Just to
me.
be like, all right, let's see if this claim is true.
Yeah.
And it
Okay.
actually has two covers here in the slip cover. So
Oh, what's the
this
other
is
cover? I like that Scoops has the physical, so we can actually like.
other cover.
Ooh, see, I like that one better. Actually,
I do like that.
See that would
This
that
one
would
gives me
sell.
more of like a I Know What You Did Last Summer or Urban Legends type.
Yeah, I can see there
With a little bit of witchboard
what's her-
thrown in.
Yeah.
With the candle there.
Yeah, but what's her face's face? Haley's face on that cover looks creepy from far away.
I'm gonna say probably yes.
I think so.
You know what? I'm gonna have to start just buying everything we watch because that question and then having the physical so we can actually see the visual. Like, yeah, I like this.
All right.
I'm not buying Incident in a Ghostland though, because I have a feeling that movie's not gonna be good.
What movie?
Incident in a Ghostland. That one's for April 28th. That's what we're watching.
Oh, okay. Take your word for that, sir.
Oh,
Douche of the film.
Gemma.
Gemma, dude. Absolutely.
Gemma.
Like our main girl, I'm not gonna lie, she's a little cold. But
She
COVID
is.
time is a weird time for a lot of people, and a lot of people didn't necessarily handle it well.
Mm-mm.
So I kind of like try to take that into like mindset of that situation. Yeah, just like maybe. And at the same time, she was up front, right? She asked everybody to be respectful and shit. So the fact
She
that
did.
like Gemma just like, dude, even if you don't believe it, like I said, there's still like an inkling of me that would be like, well,
Same. You got that little bit of doubt.
maybe. Yeah, and that is enough to be like, yeah, I don't know if I'm trying to fuck with some shit, dude, on this.
That's a yeah. Like if Scoob said, well, "Let's do a séance," first part, I'm going to say yes. The day of the séance, I'm going to be like this.
Hmm.
I don't really think
So
I
You'd
wanna
be
do
the
this.
you'd be the Caroline of the group.
I don't think I want to go,
Bro,
for it.
fucking yeah. I'm not
That's
gonna lie. I
fine.
would have second thoughts. I'd be like, I don't know.
I'd be like having Ghostbusters on in the background, like "fuck you" and staying on. I don't like it, deal with it.
Wait, Ghostbusters or Jack Black's Ghostbusters?
You walking
Oh,
down the street. Favorite kill.
Poor Teddy.
Teddy.
Poor Teddy.
Teddy's was solid.
I love Teddy,
Just the
but I
being
also
burned
love the girl
alive.
smashing her head in front of the camera.
Caroline's was good.
Bob, I was you know what? I'm right there with you, buddy, because
Yeah,
that one, I needed to know how the payoff was going to be with that background, because as soon as they show that, that's going to play into something, whether
And
the
I love
background is
how-
going to tweak or whatever. But
well, plus also just everybody's like calling her name Caroline. I'm like, why are you calling her name? Like, she muted, and then I see that you see it slightly, and then it
Yeah, it
goes
gives you
back
the
to it, and then
once.
you see the full force. I'm like, oh. So I'm gonna go Caroline and Teddy. It's like neck and neck. I'm going, but Caroline probably just a slightly more.
I'm just going with Teddy's because Teddy's was fucking brutal, man. That's a
Yeah.
shitty way to go.
I would not want to be burned alive.
not only that, but
Plus,
you
he
just saw
got a
your
good- he got a
fiance
good-
get literally yoinked and fucking like click.
He got a good fucking view of that damn demon too.
Dude, they fucking ripped her on that rig. Like, holy shit, man.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? I don't think it was her that did that stunt. I don't think it
No?
was a female that did the stunt because in the bonus footage, they show the stunt being done and it's a dude. So I think they superimposed her
Okay.
over the actual stunt man.
Interesting. All right. So that would take us to best scene, which, I mean, there.
I'm gonna go with.
I'm going the filter face.
Yeah, that's. I was gonna say something. No, filter face.
I think the filter face. We got like, yeah, we got the flower on the floor, but that's always fun. That's a fun scare all the time. So, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna go that.
Teddy's chase. That thing just
Ooh.
fucking running after him.
That thing was solid, man, and it was throwing everything at him. It was moving
Yeah.
fucking chairs, chopping shit down.
And then it
fucking-
appeared in front of him. Like
I'm
yeah.
going the attic.
Oh, okay. With the hanging
Oh,
feet.
yeah,
The
the
hanging
hanging.
feet, because
Ooh, that
I
was
don't know about
tense.
you boys. I don't know about you boys, but that going into an attic, that's always the first thing that fucking pops in my mind. And she was actually really smart to go and get that fucking
The selfie stick, dude.
Yep.
Fucking A, bro.
No,
That was
you want to
tense.
know not even a fear, but if I go in an attic and I got lights, you want to know what my fear is? I see two eyes looking back at me. First thing I'd be like is pop the 9mm, like motherfucker. I
Yo, so
promise you.
the girl, when they were saying like, "Hey, there's that flickering light. What is that?" Like in the beginning, what I can't remember her name. But I was looking at something way different, and like in her oven, it almost looked like a weird demon face. There was like 2 red lights, and then like a bunch of like jagged shit. Did you guys notice that at all?
No, I didn't.
I was too
notice
busy
that
looking
one.
at the fucking light that was up top by her head when she was like, "Oh,
That's
look,
what I
I
was
have
looking
a
at,
third
yeah.
eye." So I didn't even pay
Right.
attention to
That's
that.
what I'm saying. Like I wasn't even paying attention to the right light. I was looking at something else. I was like, "What the fuck is that, dude?" But it doesn't
That
really
was
come back.
pigtails, wasn't it?
No, it
No,
was,
no. It was, it started with an R there. What the hell?
Regina.
Yeah.
Regina, thank you. I was gonna say Regina, but no, close enough.
I keep wanting to call her Rashida, but no, that's Rashida Jones.
All right. That takes us to worst moment or scene.
I don't have one. There's
Probably this kind of like I was. It's not bad because you need it to set up the characters, but I was a little bored in the beginning. I'll just say that.
I'm with you there. I'm absolutely with you.
I understand why
the
you
whole
need
bit with
it.
Haley setting up her computer and everything.
Yeah, it's just kind of like okay. And I mean, they always try to give you that first initial like, oh, she hears sounds in her closet or her sounds in her apartment, and then it's the shit falling on the closet, whatever.
I can't even say that's bad for me though.
Yeah,
No, that's fine. I didn't say it's just
It's not bad, but it's just the
boring
thing in the movie.
Yeah.
I can't pick anything because, like I said, even for me that wasn't a bad part.
No, like I said, it's it's essential because it
Yeah,
sets the archetypes for all these characters.
Yeah.
So we know who, right? Because we get Gemma, she's already at the apartment in the beginning throwing shit up at the window, so that obviously comes back into play. You know what I mean? So I'm not saying it doesn't work. That takes us to
Wait. No, I do have a worst moment or scene.
Okay.
Because you mentioned Gemma, and that just reminded me of the scene where she's on both her phone and the computer at the same time.
Oh my
and that whole
fucking
feedback.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That is it. That is it right there, because that went on
100%.
way too fucking long.
That shit fucking was pissing me off, dude. And that's probably why Haley was pissed off the whole time, because I would have been pissed off from that shit too.
That
Turn off your fucking phone.
Like,
yeah.
But how many streams? I mean, I'm sure you guys have experienced that.
Yeah, we've dealt with it for sure.
We have.
Or just even on fucking gaming, bro. That happens, man. Like, fuck. All right. Good call on that. I totally didn't even think about that, but that is 100%. Did opening scene hook you in?
Yeah, I want to.
Yeah, because I was like, okay, is this paranormal shit already happening, or was it just stuff in her closet that fell out?
I was just interested. I just wanted to know. What
I was
gonna
intrigued.
happen. But that little bit got me the first time I saw it. It's like, whoa, already we're starting. We didn't even do anything yet.
I'll give it a soft yes.
A flaccid yes.
A flaccid yes.
I'll agree with that. Soft yes seems, because like I was already intrigued the fact that it going into it said it was like 56 minutes, and I was like, huh.
Yeah.
All right. So, I was already in for it. That takes us to most attractive character.
All right. We started discussing this earlier, so let's go.
Emma.
I'm gonna go the one Chad Daddy said.
Okay, so let's just talk about in the
Caroline.
context of this movie, and not how they look outside the movie. Inside the movie, Caroline for sure. Like I said, when she was like really scared, she's like this, and she just looked really, really super cute to me.
You know, something
before I would have said Gemma, because you know me, I like the Asians, but
that's fair.
She was a little too boogery for your taste in this one.
At the end, yeah.
I'm gonna have
and
to
a little
say
too
Caroline
cunty
for myself, dude.
Yeah, definitely Caroline.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna go with Caroline.
You guys and Mel are all in the same boat because Mel also picked Caroline. I'm sticking with Emma because even before I looked her up on Google, like you said, once she was scared and all that, that's when I really like noticed like the poutiness of her lips, and I'm like, oh, okay, she's the attractive, she's the cute one. And I don't really go for the blondes, but
I know. I was gonna say, Scoobs. That's going against
I don't
your
know, man.
preference.
Who are
Yeah.
you?
Sometimes it happens.
It's
Sometimes
the black
it happens,
suit.
dude.
It's the black suit.
Fair enough.
Ah,
Gonna start disco dancing.
Right. Bow, 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 bow. Okay, that takes us. Oh my god!
what
Did the score set the mood? We didn't have a score.
do?
I
No,
didn't do
there was
anything.
no
What's the
score.
score?
Didn't
No
need
score.
it.
Score. So
No
we're gonna
score,
throw
no
that
song.
No
question
score
out.
or song.
I throw that question out too. Favorite character?
I
like Teddy.
Haley.
Caroline's dad.
Teddy, Haley.
Yeah, the dad was cool because he was the dude that was like, "Fuck COVID, I
That
don't
was
give a
really
shit.
cool.
I'm going out."
Yeah, and he was like start taking his shirt off.
I
Yeah,
did like
gotta
Teddy
give
too,
Caroline's
though.
dad.
But man, Teddy was a whooped sad motherfucker. Unfortunately, too.
No, the man bun right there negates it as favorite
First
character.
of all, fuck off. I used to have a man bun.
I was
Not
gonna say,
too long
Scoobs
ago.
had one, dude.
I had one not too long ago.
Still didn't like
it.
it.
Was a top knot. Oh, you liked my man bun.
I did, Scoops. It's okay.
I know. It's okay.
I
Scoops,
mean, I
you're
did like
beautiful
Teddy
either
though.
way in
'Cause
my book.
Teddy just seemed to be like the nice, like he was obviously the big gentle teddy bear of the group.
Exactly, because he was the only guy in the group of all these girls.
Yep.
So he was,
He's the guy that you'd think if he didn't have a girlfriend, probably gay.
No, I would think he really likes one of them and just hasn't said it.
yeah.
Oh no, just his mannerisms, the way he talked and everything. It's like, yeah, there might be a little bit of
I mean, he didn't like open the chat. And he was like, "Hey, ladies," you know. Really, then maybe I'd be like, "Okay." We're gonna
But
start
even the way
opening
he
Gore
comes
more
back-
like that.
Even the way he comes back into the chat was fucking
Yeah,
hilarious.
with the stupid puppet, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, that was all right.
which I was kind of hoping maybe we'd get something with that puppet, but
I thought the puppet was part of it, to be honest with you.
it was a gross puppet. All right, that takes us to was it scary? Well,
Fuck yes.
Yes.
Get out of me.
I didn't jump at anything, but I will give it like it's got a lot of jump scares, and the audio is there. So if it hits you, then absolutely. Like I said, beginning episode. I think I'm a little what's the word for it?
Jaded.
No.
I don't know. I'm
numb.
Numb. There you go. I'm a
Numb,
little
yeah.
numb to the jump scares of the found footage right now. So it was kind of like, yep, saw that, and that. All right. That takes us to does it hold up today? It's not even
Yeah.
that fucking old.
I,
So
I
actually,
certainly fucking hope so.
what's going to be weird is watching this movie like in a decade
Yeah.
and thinking about like the pandemic and shit. You're like, fuck, you know what I mean? Because that's gonna really like that's fully gonna timestamp this movie. So
Yes, it will.
it'll be interesting. Even in 5 years, dude, just 10 years from the point, like be weird. That takes us to acting. Honestly, solid.
Yeah,
Solid,
solid as fuck.
100% all around.
And you know, it's like they weren't even acting. It's like I
Correct.
said, it's like they were sitting on a Zoom. You were watching these people just live a day-to-day occurrence that we all did.
Yeah,
We all met
it was-
on Zoom to do
but-
different shit.
They
It was
played
believable, and that's
scared
why they-
amazing.
Yeah.
And I would even say our douche, she gives us a little bit different of acting chops because obviously she's doing her whole like facade during the
Mhm.
seance. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
It
I
was
would
good.
say, yeah, it was solid, 100%. Cinematography. This is kind of a
NA.
weird one for this.
You
because-
got out to NA. Well, no, because they did their own shit, really.
So,
So,
but once again, like
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw this in found footage, and it's so like found footage is kind of its own thing.
But it looks
If
great.
you like it, if you like it, you do. You don't,
Yeah.
you know, that's what it is. I think it's fine because it's part of the premise of the movie, right? Like and it sets it up well. And
For what it is about, yeah, it's 100% great.
plus the fact that they taped phones to their laptops, that's kind of funny. All right,
Yeah,
did we like the premise?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
absolutely, 100%.
We do this Zoom call shit every Monday. So
Every fucking Monday we do
Basically,
this.
yeah.
shit.
Mhm. Pretty much.
We would have been fucking killed an hour, 40 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nah, one of us would have paid to have it extended, so we're good.
that's true. It's like, who's got their credit card? I got
Yeah,
it.
right? What if that was the way to survive? Was to pay the fucking like premium to get
It
out
was
of
the fucking
trial?
Zoom ghost.
It was the Zoom demon. Yep.
Oh man. He was trying to reach him about their extended warranty. And was the climax satisfying? Honestly, yeah.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
One last big jump scare, very loud noise, and everybody gets got. So recycle, rewind, remake, or reboot, reshelf.
Rewind.
Rewind.
Absolutely rewind.
I will reshelf it with a potential rewind down the road.
Same. I was just about to say the same thing. Because it's not one that I want to watch again anytime soon. So I will put it back on the shelf and then at a later date.
Yeah, I feel like this is like a couple
You
years
just
down the
watched it
road.
twice over a couple of days, so I could see.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
And
that
same.
makes sense.
So it's like, okay, I
So
Hey,
Douglas
my buddy
said
Doug's here.
just a new age Blair Witch, kind of. Not. I mean, yes and
it's
no.
a lot way faster paced.
There's not a lot of lore
Way faster
thrown
paced.
at you the way there was in
No.
Blair Witch.
I would
This
say
is-
it's more like a, and I hate to use the phrase, but a poor man's Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
It's not even a poor man's because this
Yeah.
actually had a bigger
Yeah.
budget than fucking Paranormal Activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Didn't make as
true. It
much money
did.
though.
Which, by the way, I don't know about you guys, but my name is in the credits of Paranormal Activity.
What?
What?
Yeah, I supported it before it came out in theaters. I
Oh no shit.
did signed up, did that promotion and everything, and then you get your name in the credits.
Nice.
Dope. That's awesome.
My name's in a
All right.
couple of movies, but I don't remember which ones.
Fanboy 13.
No, absolutely.
I was gonna say the other one there.
Vengeance.
Vengeance. There you go.
Oh
Yeah,
god.
yeah, thank you. Thank you.
I don't know which one's
Did you do
worse.
Vengeance 2 though?
Huh?
Did you do Vengeance 2
I did
though?
both.
Did you? Yeah. But you know what, man? I'm gonna say this. Whatever. The ending of Vengeance 2 was actually kind of like solid. I didn't hate it.
It's no Roseblood.
God.
Well, I've never seen that one, so I'll give you that. All right, let's rate this motherfucker. Brody started us off with a high 5. So, Bob,
God, I honestly don't find anything wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna have to agree with Brody on this one too.
5 for
I
Bob.
just do. It scared the shit out of me when I saw it, and it still got me even today watching it in the light.
Word.
And the fact that it gets me, yeah, you're getting a 5.
There's that ghost train.
I hear the train a coming.
Speaking of which,
All righty. Ubas.
All right, so if I divide it by that, multiply, I'm gonna give it a 5.
All right.
Well,
Chad
you did an earnest. Carry the one.
I cannot disagree. It's a solid 5 for me. And I really,
I hate
and
to
I
be the
think the run-
asshole here, but
I really think the short run time helped it too.
yeah, it did. It did. If it would have been longer than an hour,
Dude,
I don't
fuck
think it
that.
would have been a 5.
No, you would have started
I don't
hating
think
it.
It ended perfectly. We don't know what happened to the two girls. It's up to our imaginations to decide whether they live or died. I'd like to think they got brutally
got.
fucking destroyed.
Yeah, they got
I
for
would
sure.
say.
All right.
Gemma
And-
getting it the worst.
She already got a wine bottle at her.
I mean,
Gemma's ass got thrown out that window she came crawling in through.
You know, what if Haley didn't die? What if it didn't fucking kill Haley because she was the only one that was being respectful?
I could see
Maybe
that
it
actually.
possessed Haley.
Yeah, but I
because it
don't
mentioned possession, and that never paid off.
Yeah.
I mean, was everybody really being disrespectful? I didn't think like the other girls were.
The other girls were.
Unless I guess you consider the drinking maybe disrespectful on it, then okay. Because if they were all drinking on it, then.
But then
Sure.
technically, well, no, then because no, Gemma was disrespectful. She was just not.
Yeah, she was
so never
drinking
mind.
too.
All right.
No, she had
So-
water.
Just drink water.
No, not Gemma. Haley. They were all
I'm
drinking.
gonna be
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna be the wrench in the fucking bike tire here, but I enjoyed it. but it was not a perfect 5 for me. So I will give it though, because for the short run time, it brings a lot in that amount of time. The behind the scenes stuff was badass. I'm still gonna give it a 4.5. So
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
4.5 is good. 4.5 is good.
Very
I thought
no,
you were
man,
gonna
because
go.
like
I thought
no,
you were
no,
gonna
no,
go 4 or high 3.
I listen, I can respect for what it is, even if, like I said before, even if I've seen it before. Even Brody said the same thing. We've seen this shit before, but they still packaged it in a way that worked and sold it, and they did what it needed to do. So that being said, we are going to divide that bitch by 5, and we have a 4.9
nice.
for 2020's host. So thank you once again, Brody, for that.
Yes, Roadster. Thank you.
Excellent pick.
I probably will tell a few extra people that if they haven't seen this to maybe peep that out, because you know what? It's an hour. If you haven't seen it, go fucking see it, dude. It's an hour.
Seriously,
And I
yeah.
will say it is
It's
one
an
I
hour, yeah.
do
You
not.
can literally just go take a long shit on the toilet and watch this fucking movie, dude.
And I
Yeah.
don't regret purchasing the physical at all.
Chad's only
I-
laughing because he knows it's true.
It's like
I was
instead of,
thinking
are you on
like,
TikTok?
oh,
It's like, no,
shit.
I'm watching
You
Host.
wake up with your legs
I
all numb.
think I died if I was up there that long.
For a full hour? Just be
Did you
like,
just
yo, man, I
Elvis
ain't
up
chilling,
there?
dude.
She'd be like
That ain't
texting me and
right.
calling me like, "Are you good?"
Fuck it, hey, dude. All right, Chad Daddy, what do we cover next week, brother?
Next week is a Bobby pick. It's Witchboard. It's a movie I've seen one time fairly recently. It's an 80s movie, so we get some nice 80s horror, which we haven't had that
You
for
haven't
a
done
minute.
that in a
I
minute,
have
dude.
Yeah.
not
No, we
seen this
haven't.
movie
It's
since
good.
the 80s. No,
It's
no,
good
no.
from what I remember.
I know from what I remember as a kid watching this with my dad. I was scared.
I
What
Then
was it,
again,
Witchboard?
there was a lot of things that scared little baby Scuba because Cat's Eye fucking petrified me.
I will say this. I will be popping my cherry. I have never
Fuck you,
seen
Chad. That
this.
little fucking gnome was
I've
scared.
never seen this movie either.
No,
Never
so
even
we're
heard of
popping cherry. I'm popping my cherry and John's.
Witchboard. All right, so it's pretty much on everything. Tubi, Pluto, Redbox, all that good shit.
To be.
There is no red box.
Milo. Fuck yeah, dude. Sweet. Yeah, we haven't dipped into the 80s in a fucking minute.
It's been a little bit.
Nice to
Unless you count Little Shop of Horrors, it's been a while.
Yeah, that's true. Little Shop.
Well, yeah, that's
But
80s. Yeah, that's
that's-
80s.
That's
That wasn't
it's,
horror.
It's horror adjacent.
Yeah.
When I say 80s horror, I mean like 80s horror.
Yeah, for sure. I get it.
We're going back,
Uh,
baby.
Is there anything nerdy, boys, that you
There's a
can
lot nerdy, actually.
Yes.
John,
nerd away
what sort of pictures did we get released last week?
for? Wait, didn't we talk about that last episode?
Did we talk about last
Yeah.
time? Did we talk
Okay.
about-
Yeah,
Okay.
we did.
Okay.
I
So
thought
there
we
is a-
did, so that's why I was just like, I
No, we did.
wasn't sure. Okay.
I do have a couple things that were reported on Bloody Disgusting earlier. Hold on, let me find it.
Yeah, I
So-
saw you take that over.
Hold on. What was the one that I was
Well,
looking
we
for?
got
Oh, yes.
some-
So we finally have some casting news from, and this comes not just from Variety. I got this email from the official Friday the 13th Jason
Jinkies.
group, whatever, Jason Universe,
Yeah.
that Linda Cardellini officially signed on as Pamela Voorhees in
Hot
the Crystal
Pam.
Lake prequel series.
Is
Hot
it
Pam.
weird? Is it weird that I want to bang Jason's mom? Like,
No,
the
because
fuck?
that's how I felt in Never Hike Alone too. I was like, oh
I
well,
haven't seen-
oh really, dude? Hike 2 is fucking.
Hike 2's good.
I still haven't seen it yet. I still got to
It still
I need
has
to
one of
see
the
two, and
coolest
I still need to
moments.
see Snow.
It still has one of the coolest and tiniest little moments of Jason doing something that I literally was like, fuck yes, dude. And Scoobs, you probably know what I'm talking about. But like, it just makes sense. And
Yeah.
we've never seen it. And it's
Yep.
just like, oh, what? Yeah, that totally makes sense. Like, okay, fast travel.
I gotta check that out.
But all right. Anything else,
Yeah.
nerdy?
So this is the one that I shared to you. Let me crap, I can't find it. So if you're a fan of like the Critters movies, like I am, there is a book releasing actually this week. It is available on Amazon to pre-order now. It is called We're Here for the Krites, The Making of Critters, which covers not just the first movie, but the entire series, all the movies and the
Oh,
web
wow.
series, a
I was
lot of
gonna ask
behind the
if that
scenes
did
stuff.
that or not, but
Yes.
that's solid.
John, did you say you've never watched them, John?
I've never like I don't
'Cause we
know which
reviewed
ones
them.
We've
we've only done the first one,
We did
right?
one
We did
and
1
two.
and 2 because remember we had Mick on.
Yes.
I might have missed one of those though. I don't know.
Because it had the hungry heifer.
Because I
You know what? I'm going to YouTube right now to see if you were on the episode.
Yeah, I honestly don't remember. Like, I feel like I kind of remember the beginning with like, because there was, well, yeah, obviously.
Wow.
That's not even. I'm not going to contend with that, of course. But it's also like, I don't know. If it's a movie that stands out for me, it's going to stick. Where that one clearly did not. So I don't know. Didn't they have like it had a couple different alien
Okay, so
races
you did
with-
Critter. We all four of us did Critters Part 1 2 years ago.
Okay.
And then, oh shit, Critters 2 was just me and Bobby.
Oh, that's right.
I don't remember why I didn't do it. I think it was another time we had internet issues, no power, something like that.
When was Critters 2?
Critters 2 was. Let me see. Hold on.
What about a year ago? Because we scheduled it for right around Easter.
Yeah, it was about a year ago. Yeah.
So if it was a year ago, this is probably when my daughter was sick in the hospital. So that's probably why I didn't.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense. That's why.
So yeah. Okay. That's what I was gonna say. I was like, I've only seen like one of them, and I don't really remember.
Oh,
much.
we didn't have Mick on for Critters. We were
We
supposed
had
to
him
have
on.
Mick on for
Oh,
We
that's
got him
right.
in
He was on.
DC out of 3.
Yeah, we had him for Leatherface.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
supposed to come back for Critters 3 because didn't he play a role in Critters 3 also?
He said the
I-
mayor. or
He played the
something.
mayor or something in Critters 2.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
No shit. All righty. So sweet big Critters book coming out. And that was pretty cheap too, right? It was like $25, I think.
$25.
Fuck yeah,
It's not
dude.
bad at
So
all.
will have it Thursday.
there you go.
Nice.
Nice,
I gotta,
dude.
Well,
I gotta get
And
that
also, forgot to tell you guys, there's a sale on Fanflix right now for digital movies, and they have Women in Horror, 2 movies for $5. You can buy how many of them you want, but if you buy at least 2 of them for $5 each. So I just picked up A Quiet Place Day 1 and Smile 2.
Nice.
There you go. Nice. Actually, in super nerd news, if you got an Ollie's near you,
Oh,
Dude,
yeah.
yes.
Ollie's near you, and you got $50 in your pocket, go down and take a look to see if you can go get yourself a new Toronto one. Because
And supposedly it's the silver tipped ones.
Yeah,
Yes.
so my brother-in-law was scoping it out today, and he said there was a bunch of Hasbro boxes, but he didn't see any wands. He did see a bunch of like figures and shit.
Yeah, they're
So
supposed to be the Plasma Series figures that are going to be in that shipment.
all
too.
he found was an entire pallet of Black Panther figures, and he's like, "What the fuck?" So I'll check tomorrow, but I'm gonna.
because
This is gonna be a stop into Ollie's every day.
No,
this
it could be, another week or so. They just said these were showing up on shipping manifest. They weren't actually showing up in stores exactly.
bullshit.
yet.
Buffalo Ghostbusters bought 4 of them today. They already took pictures.
Really?
I was like, "Fuck off, dude!"
See, and what sucks is you guys are going to get them before we do down here because y'all get everything before everything
Well,
trickles
yeah, because
down
it
this way.
comes down this way.
Yeah.
That's why.
So I'm hoping that
Do I need another one?
no,
Am I gonna get another one?
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that bitch on my
I should
fucking
get 2 because that'd be the
I'm
price. of
debating
one.
because I don't have a pack to strap it to, so I don't know.
yet, Chad.
Not yet. Not yet.
See, you
Oh,
start
that's true. I do
here,
need one.
and then you build the pack, and then you
Well,
just jump the sound from this into said pack.
I know because we need packs for Bobby's wedding.
Yes, that too. So yeah, if you're a Ghostbuster fan, go to Ollie's this week. Do some searching. Was there anything else in there? Oh, another new horrors out. So always go out to theaters and support horror. But what is it? How to Kill a Unicorn or Death of a Unicorn?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
out this week. I'm not gonna lie.
With Jenna
Oh,
Ortega and Paul Rudd. It looks fun.
Yeah,
it looks
I
like
wanna
a fun
see it,
movie.
yeah.
And it is something that we have not seen before with a unicorn as
Cabin in
the
the Woods,
evil
baby.
creature. Well, yeah, Cabin in
I
the
know.
Woods, yes.
But that's all I'm thinking. I'm thinking of this. It's just that unicorn from
Yeah.
that doing its own thing. It's getting its own little side movie here. We'll see.
Sure.
I don't know. It could be
Oh.
fun.
Also, other little news, if obviously horror fan, John Carpenter and Robert Englund next month will be getting stars on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Finally,
shit.
It's
two
about
horrors. The Master of Horror and Freddy Krueger himself are getting Hollywood stars on the Walk of Fame. Look at
All
that
right.
shit.
I mean, to
Only
be
took-
fair, anybody can
to
get
be
one.
fair.
To be fair.
Yeah, but it's also something where it's like who else do we really know? Jamie Lee Curtis. That's like, oh, you are known for that, and you're getting it regardless. I'll take it.
That's still awesome. All right. Anything else, nerdy boys?
I don't
All
have
right.
anything.
No,
All right,
that's
Bob,
it.
if you want to start us off.
This is your killing machine, Bobby Amone, saying we will see you next week on the Gore and More podcast. Share, like, support us. And if you do, support us on our OnlyFans for those good old feet pics. This is your long Don Silver. We will see you next week for Witchboard.
This is your host with the ghost, Lord Scoopacabra, saying, see you next week. And I'm busting out the Ouija board.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, this is your Dark Lord of Knowledge, your Chad Daddy, way down yonder in the Chattahoochee, saying, join us next week when we conjure up some evil spirits with a little witchboard.
And I am your not so mean Fluff Master Spree and Big Johnny D saying thank you once again, Gorehounds, for joining us for another fantastic episode of the Gore and More podcast. You know where to find us: Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. You can listen to us on Spotify, Podbean. That was scary.
That was scary.
It was. And thank you everybody for joining us in our chat. As always, we love you guys. And
Yeah, sorry if we didn't get a chance to really interact
Yeah.
with you much today.
Thank you.
Yeah.
No, we appreciate it for sure. Kaylee, what's going
Hey!
on?
Yes, Kaylee, bring your
Hey,
Ouija
coming in
board,
as we're
Kaylee.
leaving.
Oh, one last little nerd bit thing I forgot to bring up. In the realm of weird fucking horror movies, we are now officially getting Popeye the Sailor Man, the horror.
I know.
Oh,
Yes, we
that
are.
boy
The
deserves
that
Slayer
looked
Man.
like shit, and I will totally
I'm
watch it.
down.
I'm gonna
I'm
watch
down.
And I'm gonna go buy
Yes.
the big
Oh,
bag
yeah.
of popcorn
We also
I
get
am.
us Screamboat Willie, which is another
Yeah.
one.
For sure.
with
All
David
right.
Howard Thornton.
Yeah. With that being said, join us next week for Witchboard, which is a who's pick again?
Bobby.
Bobby.
Bobby. All
My
right.
pick.
So watch that, join us, and give us your thoughts. And I'm forgetting stuff. Oh, yeah. Stay fresh, cheese bags.
Ghost penis.